Hey everybody, and welcome to a phenomenal wild ride with Steveo. There's no other way to describe this week's guest but phenom. It's what he is, man. It's Paddy the Baddy, and you don't even have to be a UFC fan to know Paddy the Baddy is turning the world upside down. And this podcast with Paddy the Baddy is saving the world. Why? Well, because we're teamed up with established titles, and they have this killer thing. It's an important Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords and ladies, and established titles is a project that allows you to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land to make you an official lord or lady. And what's even better is that they are committed to planting a tree for every single order. I mean, dude, come on. Planting all these trees, saving all of this land to be dedicated to just keeping it land, that's saving the world. That's why this is so much fun. Plus, you get a killer certificate framed to put on your wall to brag about how you are a lord or a lady. And another reason to hurry up is the killer Labor Day sale they're having. Save the world and be awesome. So, if you hurry up and are one of the next, one of the first 200 or 300, something around there, the first 200 or 300 people are going to get their plot of land right next to mine, baby. So hurry up, man. Go to establishedtitles.com/Steveo. They give you 10% off your order if you do that. You save the world. You have your plot of land right next to mine. You're a lord or a lady. And did I mention you're saving the world? So haul ass to establishedtitles.com/Steveo to save the world and become an awesome lord or lady. Now let's get into it.
Dude, when we walk through there, there's a speed bag. I want to show you some shit on there.
Nice that AC though, isn't it, lad?
Yeah, dude. Hey, yeah, let's close that door.
I got it.
Cool, thanks, Vinny.
And we're recording, so...
Yeah, dude, we are not here to waste your time, brother.
I'm good, lad.
All right.
I've got time to chill.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Yeah.
How are we?
You want some drinks right there?
Yeah, I'll have some water. Yeah, that's not sparkling. No, keep that sparkling water away.
All right.
The white
normal water.
What's the philosophy of avoiding sparkling water?
It's just can't have sparkling water by ours, as we say. Tories think that. Conservatives drink sparkling water.
Oh shit! So you're all about the Labour Party.
Yeah.
Tories drink. That's interesting.
You know about the Labour? You know
they're
about
all like
that?
the same, really, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like in America, they're all the same.
It's become considerably less about ideology or political party than just simply rich or poor.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But the world's fucked. We know that anyway.
And that's why I got a vasectomy. I'm not shitting you, dude. I don't want to have kids. Yeah. So, dude, man, thank you for this. I appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure, lad.
Yeah, we met first at the arena at the UFC San Diego.
Yeah.
Then we just randomly happened to both be at Mike Tyson's studio.
That was funny, though.
Well,
Just seeing our man again then with the Mike Tyson on his arm. He's fucking great, him, lad.
Yeah.
He's having the time of his life, him.
Dude, it's great.
Dude, when we were at the UFC San Diego, the fight was going on, and like the fight was over, and the guy like raised his hand like he acted like he was winning, and then the whole fucking crowd was cheering hysterically, and like the guy thought everybody was cheering for him, and then everybody looks over, and then you're walking in.
I felt terrible, you know. It was when it was in the third round of the fight. The fight's still on, and I walk in,
dude,
and like everyone starts screaming, and I'm like touching people's hands, and then as I walk in, touching people down. And then like I get to my seat and I'm like, oh, it was our last that all them fighters are fighting and fucking people are screaming for me. Whoa. And then literally the fighters are getting fucking, the fight's getting made official. Yeah. And everyone starts singing, oh, Paddy the Baddy. I'm just like, I was sitting down at first thinking, oh, I don't want to make these fighters feel bad. And then my managers went to me, what are you doing? You don't have to stand up. Everyone shouting your name. I was like, just got up.
Yeah, dude.
That's such a different take on it than I perceived it as. Like, yes, you make a valid point. It was an awful time to steal the moment of the fighters.
Yeah, that was in the cage. I mean, they just fought 3 hard fought rounds.
Yeah.
But
I never thought of that. All I could think, the only thing in my mind was, holy shit, this fucking guy, Paddy the Baddy, walks into the arena. He's not on the screen. You know, like, there's no way to be like, you know, it's one thing because the whole arena can see the screen. So when they show someone in the stand, the whole place will cheer. But in this case, Paddy was not on the screen. He just walked into the building. And because he was walking in, the whole fucking place starts chanting, "Oh, Paddy the Baddy." And I'm thinking, this kid is the biggest fucking star that we've seen in a long time, man. Like, out of the gate. And I had to go run over to ask him for a photo, dude. And I totally did, and I posted it, and then we were DMing on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's the greatest. So we were both on your episode of the Mike Tyson Hotboxing podcast.
Yeah.
What a shit show that was.
Why you say that?
I think that that Mike Tyson's co-host for that episode, like, I don't think he's ever even watched a single fight. Ever. Like, I mean, it just...
Was he asking some questions that...
He had, like, pre-prepared questions that were written down that it just felt kind of awkward that he was asking. And then there was me. I was just on one, dude.
Yeah. You was he's an MMA aficionado, isn't he, Steve? That's
Yeah.
how he watches
the prelims.
Yeah.
I did the Fight Pass prelims.
Yeah.
I don't miss a fight. But here's why I was so nuts, dude, is that I got the surgery to get the hardware out of my collarbone the day before. And, like, I'm a clean and sober guy. Like, I don't do drugs and drink. For the last 14 years, I've not been as fucked up on drugs as I just somehow got off the general anesthesia from that surgery.
Yeah, that gets you, that. When I've had wrist surgery, I could probably go back on my phone and find it. But after my surgery one time, I'll never forget doing this with my arm, putting the phone there and pressing video and going, and my arm just flopping. You know what I mean? And I can remember being in bed. It was when I got this hand done, actually, because I've had 3 wrist surgeries, 2 on that one on this one. This was the latest one. I can remember lying in bed, and the double bed I had in my mum's house, because this when I was living in my mum's, was quite low to the floor. And I can remember just like rolling over and just there and dumph, and being like, what the fuck was that noise? And I couldn't feel it, but my hand was on the floor. Now, after general anaesthetic, you can't feel nothing in your arm. My arm was just on the floor, just like, what the fuck? I had to pick my arm up and put it back in bed and roll over. But like, you don't feel it for like...
It was like what you're describing is just like being able to feel your arm. I'm talking about, like, it fucking flipped a switch on me that need not be flipped. Like, it just turned me into a raving, fucking out of control guy on drugs.
What'd they give you?
That was exactly my question. What did they give you then?
I gotta believe that it was just propofol, standard issue general anesthesia, which I've had time and time again. I've had so many, like,
it wasn't that then.
It was, maybe they gave me more, like, maybe something. Maybe I just somehow reacted to it differently. But for all my procedures that I had general anesthesia, it's never done that to me. And I just went kind of bonkers, and I couldn't sleep, and I was all fucking acting crazy all night. And then, like, I gotta go do this tattoo in the morning. I still hadn't fucking slept. When I saw you at the Mike Tyson, I still hadn't slept, and I was still, frankly, out of my fucking mind. Like,
you didn't look it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to him. I was like, it wasn't. Like,
it didn't even look like you hadn't slept.
Oh, well, how about that?
Yeah, I was wondering what his whoop strap recovery was when he did that.
How annoying the recovery on it though, lad.
Do you keep track of your?
Yeah, lad, try to, but lad.
God damn it, dude! Can you?
What was your recovery last night when you woke up this morning? Do you know?
It was all right. I only done one session yesterday, so I'll get it up for you know. Sometimes it records me sleep wrong though and says I've woke up at this time, and I know I've woke up earlier. I went to sleep earlier.
You could change that, but I'm just curious about, like, you know, your...
For last night, man, 85%.
85, is that normal?
That's high. 70 the day before. Yeah, let me go back a bit.
But, like, dude, I slept
47 day before.
I slept really well, and I'm 50%. And I don't get it, because I'm like, I had some...
Oh, yeah, you need to change it. From on the sleep, you can change it to get by. So I've changed mine to get by. You've got yours on, like, the highest one, where it wants you to have fucking crazy amount of sleep.
What do you mean?
But if you do, like...
Get by.
It's got 3 different settings on the sleep, and get by is like the lowest one. It's just like get by on the amount of sleep. So it has my sleep as like I don't need as much sleep. Know what
That's
I mean?
funny.
You can change it, because if I still had it on that, I'd always be in red.
I'm in therapy, and the therapist goes, you know, you're just the get by guy. And so when you said get by, I'm like, I don't want to just get by.
On it. I'll try and get up and show you it now.
Damn, I'm so excited to be putting on a brand new whoop strap.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a game changer for my, like, recovery and health. When you're, like, training for a UFC fight, like, are your levels just off the charts?
It's just ridiculous.
And like,
I could go back and show you that, lad. Some of the fucking...
That's what's so crazy about the whoop strap, is that when you're doing the right thing, when you're taking care of yourself, when you're eating right, like, the numbers actually show you that you're taking care of yourself.
Like some days that I burn like 5,000 calories on it, and
And what's your strain for a day like when you're working out for
20,
for a fight?
21s.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Gets
Yeah.
high, like.
Do you ever work out so hard, like close to like bedtime, that you can't sleep because your heart's just jacked?
No, normally, I'll be honest, I normally get most of my sessions done in like the morning and the daytime. I try and get all mine done before the night.
When you say a session, like that can mean a lot of things, right?
But yeah, every morning I go to next gen, me gym back home, and I train for 2 hours first. So I'll do 10 till 12, or if I spar, days when I spar, I go in a little bit early and it pads with one of my coaches at us.
This is when you're not in a camp?
Yeah, and when I'm in camp.
Like camp or not camp?
Yeah,
you train,
camp or not camp, when I'm in Liverpool, I train every day.
So you train year-round whether you're in a camp or not? Even when you've put on all the weight after your fight, you're still
still train. Like I trained this morning at 9:30 in 5:40 around the corner.
Yeah.
Like even though I'm about 200 pounds, still going to train. You know what I mean?
You're about 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy. I had this idea, right? Because I've just got addiction fucking issues. Like first it was drugs.
But
alcohol.
I'm serious. Like I've had party days. You know what I mean? And like I've been bad then. And then I got into a bit of gambling and I was bad with that. And then I think now lad, it's moved on to food. You know what I mean? I really I'm not messing. I genuinely think I'm a food addict.
Dude,
I think I've got a little bit. I think I've got a bit of an eating disorder because of MMA. Really,
why? Because of the weight
cuts, lad, the weight cuts, dieting and that. I really genuinely think I've got a bit of an eating disorder, because at times like this now, I just will see it later because we're going to watch the UFC later tonight.
Yeah.
If there's food in there, you will be like, she's still eating. You know what I mean? People like when they go and eat with me, they're like visibly shocked at how much I can eat.
What's your favorite cheat meal?
Lad, I get asked this all the time, and I can't say one food.
It's like
because I love that many food. I love pizzas, burgers, wings, Thai food, Chinese food.
Let me ask you advice on this. I just dropped like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm having a hard time cutting 10 pounds. How do you cut weight so fast for a fight?
Because the first bit is the easiest bit. That's what it's like for me, lad. Everyone says, oh, he's fat, because I do. I go up to like 200 pounds. Like last time I start 7 weeks out. So 7 weeks out, the Monday 7 weeks out, I was 88.8 kilo last time. Basically 89, and that's like, what, 196, 197, something along them lines. And I was like 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later, I was like 78 point something. You know what I mean? I'd lost like 10 kilo in like 5 weeks. And then by fight week, I get to like 75, 70, 76, and then I have to cut the 5 kilo, which is nothing. You know what I mean?
It's nothing to cut 10
11 pounds is nothing.
How do you? What do you do?
After, in the past, you've definitely seen the video of me being sick in the cage, vomiting in the cage.
Wow, I've not
seen it, but Jesus Christ, I thought everyone had seen that. That went viral years ago. I defended me belt on Cage Warriors against Julian Rosa, someone who you'll know. I defended me belt against him. It was a close fight, to be honest. If it was the new judging system now, I probably would have lost the fight, because it was still the old judging system. I definitely won the first 3 rounds with like control and that. But then I gassed bad because I'd done 19 pound overnight to make 145.
19 pounds overnight?
Yeah. And it was like...
Yeah, it's so funny that when I asked on the Mike Tyson podcast, I said something about how I asked Chuck Liddell, has anybody ever donated a pint of blood to make weight? And he says, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wow, well, how much does a pint of blood weigh?
16 ounces is a pint, so that's a full fucking pound. And then I was thinking last night, I wonder if you could take out the blood and then just put it back in.
That's blood doping though, isn't it?
But is it?
Yeah. That's classed as blood doping. Did you see what happened to me boy Paulo Costa the other day?
Dude, what
he fucking knocked on his door at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. before his weight, while he was cutting weight, and fucking took blood. It's cheeky, that, lad.
Well,
I'd be telling him fuck off.
I mean,
he was weighing pretty heavy, like pretty close to his fight, right?
Here's the thing: I saw that he made weight 185.5, which is like even like like
half a pound, yeah.
Right. I mean, it's totally illegal if it's not a championship bout, but he's made weight. But the thing was, I saw him on the scale. He looked like unhealthy to like 185 is.
I don't think he looked bad.
I mean,
I've slad.
Yeah, I just don't think he's a natural middleweight.
Like, have you ever? Like, if you found some pictures from my weight cuts years ago.
Yeah, that's true too.
I looked terrible, lad. Like, eyes drawn in my head. But like, our gym and our team have learned mistakes from our past. Know what I mean? Me and Molly and a few of the older people in the gym have done the bad weight cuts to realise what we need to do. So none of the younger ones do that now.
Yeah. Now you look good on your weigh-ins.
No, nowadays it's easy, lad. As I say, I'm mentally strong enough to do fucking 25 pound if I need to. but
Wow.
so £11 nothing.
You're epic, man. So what I was gonna say is that I'm a food addict too, right? Like I just got real trouble with sugar, and I got like fatter than I've ever been, and then I finally just buckled down and got in a food program, and I thought like I'd lost so much weight. I got like way skinnier. But my fucking scale told me I'm still 179 pounds, and I thought there's no fucking way my scale's wrong. I have to buy a new scale. I gotta buy a new scale. So then I thought last night, well, fuck, we're gonna be with Paddy tomorrow, and my experience with him at Mike Tyson's podcast was just like, he's not the kind of guy that gets offended or sensitive. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. And I was like, I want to buy a new scale anyway. So what if I buy a brand new scale on the way to go meet Paddy and see if he wants to hop on it? Let's do it. It's right here.
I don't give a fuck.
He says, I don't give a fuck. I knew he wouldn't.
Well, you want to film that?
This is our way of going for a viral MMA fucking media moment.
Well, hold on. What do you think you are right now?
I'm saying I didn't eat that much yesterday, lad, to be honest. So it was a fucking big ass portion. With the portions here, just ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's a big ass portion of a pad thai. Big ass portion of pad thai. And we had a few starters and that as well. But yeah, I'll get on these now.
Yeah, you just
need to stand on them.
Yep. Maybe empty your pockets. Let's
No,
not.
these are a bit weighty, these shorts, but they're not that weighty. I took my watch off.
What do you think you are?
I think we've got the attention of the mixed martial arts community right now. And can I point out to the dedicated listeners of the Wild Ride podcast the different people we've had on who are raving about their whoop band? I mean, people from Bert Kreischer, Paddy the Baddy, like, it's insane how awesome the whoop band is and how awesome the people are who love it. And I'm telling you, man, like today, I know how many calories I burned while skateboarding in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I also know that I did some good work building aerobic fitness and strength. Spent 25 minutes at 70 to 80% of my maximum heart rate. Of course, that's four minutes less than I typically spend while skateboarding. Dude, what doesn't my whoop band tell me? It tells me that I could have recovered a little better, but what do you expect, man? I woke up in Newfoundland. I had to fly to get to Halifax and flew private. It's the first time I ever paid for flying private. So we flew on a 1976 prop plane because that was the cheapest. And, I just can't tell you enough how much I love all of the insight I get from my whoop band. How my sleep is, I could have slept more last night, but 26.4% of the time was spent in REM sleep. That might indicate that my body is making up for not getting enough REM sleep recently. Dude, it just goes on and on. The insights from my whoop band, it's the most sophisticated fitness tracking device known to man. All the coolest people use it. And if you go to whoop.com, that's WHOOP.com, and use the promo code STEVO, not only will you get 15% off at checkout on your membership, but you get the waterproof Whoop 4.0 band absolutely free. I mean, come on. The waterproof charger slides right on, so you never have to take the band off. I mean, what's going to take to get you to care about your fitness, to get you to finally jump on the Whoop train? I think this is it. This is your calling. So go to whoop.com. Use the promo code STEVO for 15% off at checkout. Now let's see how much Paddy weighed. 206.6.
But he's got clothes on.
Right.
They're heavy, them.
Dude, that's like really cool. I mean, he was saying, dude, you're going to do that? Like, you can't ask him to get on a scale. And I was like, I don't think it would be like...
Actually, I weighed myself before in 540. I was 202. So, they are a bit heavy.
Well, it's probably you got shit, because
I've got clothes on and these are a bit heavy, these shorts, but I haven't got nothing really in my pockets, I don't know what I mean.
But you just ate, you probably drank water, that counts.
Oh yeah, I've drank a litre of water and that, but...
I used to try to weigh myself and then eat X-Lax.
I always say you can't weigh yourself any other time apart from first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're a fighter anyway, you know what I mean? We don't weigh ourselves apart from any other time as first thing in the morning.
But how do you lose...
I reckon if I got on the scales in the night, if I had got on them scales tonight after we've won the net and fucking watched the UFC,
209.
210 easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I become pretty obsessive with weight.
I get bloated, lad. I sit there and I get bloated. Someone was mentioning who said to me the other day, who was it? I don't know if it was Graham. It was someone anyway, my manager or someone.
Dude, he's an impressive dude,
Yeah,
Graham.
he's cool as fuck.
He is
Graham, man.
professional as fuck,
Yeah.
dude. I am so impressed by that dude.
When I like get a full belly and eat my food, I do. I just sit there and let my belly pure bloats. I just sit there doing that. Like it comes pure out, lad. I just sit there doing that, rubbing it. And someone said to me, I don't know who it was it Graham or someone, saying when he sits there and gets full, he starts rubbing his belly like it's an old friend he's missed.
Yeah.
That's epic. So, is Darren Till part of your gym?
No, he trains in a different gym.
Right.
There's another gym in there. There's a few gyms in Liverpool, to be honest. Liverpool's been like one of the main MMA gyms since day one.
Is Leon Edwards from Birmingham?
Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool's the
I like
birthplace of the
Leon
Beatles.
Yeah.
I
It is.
went to that Beatles pub when I was last time I was there.
Cavern.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was in there a couple of months ago watching my friend in there, Jamie.
Yeah. Must be a crazy experience, like growing up there and then being able to play there. Like, fuck, I made it.
Oh yeah, for Jamie, lad, it's brilliant. Lad. But he's travelling everywhere now. Jamie Webster, his name is, lad. His music's unbelievable.
Nice. So you got your own podcast.
Yeah.
Let's promote it. What,
That's what I mean. Most Americans don't really understand it. It's called Chat and Pony with Paddy the Baddy, but you just don't really know what pony stands for, do you?
what does it stand for?
Shit.
Okay, there you
So
go.
chat and shit.
Why are they
Paddy the
called
Baddy.
Pony?
Just say by ours if you need a shit or going for a pony.
Well, I mean, if it, like, there's got to be a podcast called Talking Shit with some,
Yeah, definitely. Know what I mean? So I just thought, but I always say, I'll stop chatting pony, lad. When
Alright.
people are just talking shit.
I mean, I think that the problem probably goes a little bit further than people being able to understand the title of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, it
Probably
does.
more that they just can't understand shit that's said on it, period.
a lot of people can't understand me. When I'm in America, I have to slow down.
I'm doing a pretty good job of understanding everything that you're saying.
But you grew up in London, so like you have
I grew up in England, I did. For at least more in England than anywhere else.
In London, yeah,
In
whereabouts?
London, yeah. Well, I was born in Wimbledon. I lived near Camden Town.
Yeah.
I went to the American school in London, in
There's an
St.
American
John's Wood.
school in London, yeah.
There's an American school, and it's like a super privileged school. it's like 80% of my senior graduating class went to Ivy League schools.
Not that like Harvard and stuff.
Yeah, Harvard and stuff. 100%.
and
Yeah.
you were the 20% that
I was a loser for going to the University of Miami, and I was a loser at the university. But yeah, dude, it's just so crazy, man. And I was just truly impressed. I brought up Darren Till because I was just like, we were talking about Liverpool, and I say, on the Mike Tyson podcast, I'm like, Darren Till's been stepping out of line, because I saw something about he leaked Ariel Helwani's cell number, and like, then somebody else was bitching about something about Darren Till, and Paddy's just like, no. Like,
I'm back in Darren.
I'm bad. That's what he said.
That's it, I'm
He
back
said,
in
I'm
Darren.
back in Darren. It was just so rad, and I was like, you know what? I'm back in Darren too.
Yeah. It's from by ours, lad. Fuck
Yeah,
everyone else.
I don't have any.
Fuck Ariel, fuck whoever else it was.
Yeah, I don't have any particular gripe. One thing about Darren, like, where he's like his whole mantra was like, I am the best fighter in the planet. I'm the, and I just felt like he kind of said that a lot. Like
He got rushed, lad, know what I mean? He
Yeah.
should have took it a bit slower. Know what I mean?
that's what you were saying. Your plan is to
Yeah,
take
I'm
it a bit
in no
slower.
rush, lad. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not in no rush at all.
I loved your reaction when I asked you what you thought of Sean O'Malley and Piotr Jan, and you said it's win-win for O'Malley.
Yeah, it is. It's a win-win for O'Malley because no one expects him to win. Know what I mean? No one. And it's someone in the division that you know is going to stand with him for 5 rounds if it's a 5-round fight. Know what I mean? Or 3 rounds, whatever it is. You know for a fact Peter Jan's going to stand with him for 3
Yeah,
rounds.
shit. That one feels like it should be a 5-rounder,
Yeah,
but
it does.
it probably won't
Wouldn't
be.
surprise me if it was, to be honest, because you know Jan can go 5, but you might want to do that with Sean, but he'll be ready to go 5. Like, I'm ready to go 5, every fighter is. Know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you have no fight on the schedule at the moment, is that right?
No fight on the schedule, but I've got my eyes set on the December 10th card. It's got me excited, to be honest. I've been excited in a long time. But if you're sharing the octagon the same night as John Jones, you're going to be excited, aren't you?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, is
John
that-
Jones sat in that same seat while I was sitting in this seat.
Lad, John Jones for me is the GOAT, lad.
Dude, you gotta give it to him.
I remember watching that fight live when he got DQ'd. I was just like, whoa, what's he being DQ'd for?
What, with the elbow at 12 o'clock
never
elbow.
a DQ that needs overturning just so he's got an 0 on his record because he's the man, John Jones, lad.
He's a definitely complex individual.
Yeah, he is. That's what I mean. That's another thing. Like, obviously, people can say this and that about him, but lad, he was out partying sniffing a week before title defences and then just landing in the octagon and finishing people.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had all the,
That's a gangster right there.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
out of all the people we've hung out with, like, dude, I had the best time hanging out at John Jones's house for those couple of days. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's just so accommodating. He's like a little kid. He's bringing out drones and like, dude, here, put this on. And you're like flying
Yeah.
a drone. All like he was.
I miss like hanging out with John Jones.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I mean.
really do.
I'm looking forward to like being on the same cards, and that's something that does excite me. Being on the same card as Jones.
Yeah.
Do you know who who do you want to fight?
I don't give a fuck.
Anybody?
I said that, like, people ask me who do you want to fight, and I say I don't need to say any name.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I don't need to mention anyone
just
by
wanna fight.
name because
really-
people talk about me. Like, people are just mentioning me left, right, and centre in an interview. Like, people who aren't my weight talking about me to try and get. Seen some midget saying, "Oh, I'll come up to featherweight and fight him." Why would I go down to featherweight to fight some no one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I think I don't know that I've ever heard a fighter say, like, at a public level, I don't care who I fight, I just don't want to fight a ranked opponent. Like that, you know.
There's no point. Yeah, I'm not in no rush.
Yeah.
As I say, there's no point in jumping right up and being like, "Yeah, I want to fight him. Lightweight, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
Other divisions you can do it, lad, because other divisions aren't shark tanks. But this division is a crazy shark tank, lad. As I
Yeah.
was saying the other day, it should have a top 30, never mind the top 15. Other divisions can just about eke out the top 15, and 15 to 10 are half snide. But the top 15 of lightweight is top notch fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Shark Tank's a good way to put it. You say you spent a lot of time in San Diego?
Yeah, this is like me second home. This is me home from home, and when away from Liverpool, especially if I'm in the States, I'm generally in San Diego, a whale's vagina.
Yeah. What's a whale's vagina?
That's on the
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Okay.
Never seen Anchorman?
I have. I just
Don't
didn't
say
He
remember.
said San
Come on, lads.
Diego's.
But he
Spanish.
goes, San Diego, a whale's vagina. And she just goes, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's your second home. So how much time out of the year are you going to be here?
Well, like, I came out for the first time last year, and after my first fight, after my debut, I got here on like Halloween and was here till like the end of November.
Right.
And then I came out in the start of April and went home on like mid-May. And then again I've came on I got to San Diego about 2 weeks ago or something, and I'm here for another 2 weeks, something like that.
All right. It's definitely a fun place to be.
Oh,
man.
it's quality. We always get the weather. Like, that's
Yeah.
something that is unheard of in the UK, lad. Just getting the weather like this.
It's like this all year long.
That's what I mean. It's like I've been here when it rained, but back home I wouldn't call it rain. But everyone here was like, "Oh, it's raining. It's raining." I'm like,
drizzling.
"This isn't rain. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Rain? This isn't rain." And they're like, "Oh, it's raining." Like, people are like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait till the rain goes off and not drive." You're like, we drive in torrential storms back home. Get out there and get in your car. I swear, that's mad. But I'd love to live in like conditions like this.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself moving here?
I don't know, maybe after I've retired or something. But
Yeah.
I've got me family, me gym, me team back home, know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
my fiancée, we've still both got our mums and dads, and I've got nieces and nephews, so is she now, obviously. So
Yeah, dude.
I'd want to move my whole family over here, lad, if I came over. But at the same time, I want my kids to be proper Mickeys, lad. I want my kids to be Scousers.
Mickey is Scouters. I don't know.
Scousers.
Mickey Mouse, Scouse.
Okay. Is that
A
like
little bit of Cockney rhyming slang for it.
is that a
What is it, a
American?
Scouse or
So, no,
somebody
we're
from
Scouse.
Liverpool?
Yeah, someone's from Liverpool, a Scouser.
Oh,
I asked
okay.
Michael Bisping that question too.
I want my kids to be Scousers, lad. You know what I mean?
Did you see that Michael Bisping documentary?
Yeah, no, mad the way you say that. I watched it on the way here.
On the flight?
Yeah.
Dude, we flew to Hawaii a couple months ago, and I watched it on the flight.
Yeah, I watched it on the
and I
way here from
texted him,
Chicago.
I was like, dude, thank you for making that flight.
Yeah.
So enjoyable.
It was funny because the missus was asleep, and she like woke up like half an hour, 40 minutes in, and got one of my earphones off me and started watching it. And then like at about half an hour to go, she went, "Has he got one eye?"
Yeah.
I went, "What?" It's like, "Are you messing?" Know what I mean? How did you not know Bisping had one eye? Like, it's well documented. Oh, I didn't know. I
Dude,
didn't
we
know.
had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
He took out his eye for us.
Nutter. So I told her to watch like the start of the documentary. When we landed, she texted her mum, "Oh, what's the Bisping documentary? Did you know he had one eye?" And she was like, "Yeah, I knew he had one eye." And this is my bird's mum. You know what I mean? He was like 50 something. know what I mean?
Dude, speaking of which, Scott's brother is like not even remotely a UFC fan, and
I told him that we had you on the podcast today, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And I was like, "You watch UFC?" He's like, "No, dude, the guy's all over social media."
I mean, dude, you're bigger than fucking MMA. Like it's like you what do you call it? Transcend the fucking MMA.
It's funny that you say that. That's what I've always said I was going to do. You know what I mean? And I'm going to continue to do it. I know I am, lad. I've seen this in my future for years.
Dude,
like when I
love
first started, I always said I'm going to be in the UFC. Like even before like I started fighting MMA. I might have even said it before I trained, because I can remember I used to be a proper little gimp. I can remember doing these videos on YouTube, UFC prediction videos.
Okay.
Before I ever started MMA, I was just putting them on YouTube. I can remember I started speaking to a fella through it, and he messaged me like a year ago, and like out of the blue, it was a fella who I spoke to like 12 years ago, messaged me out of the blue saying, "Oh, great to actually see you in the UFC after saying for all them years you were gonna be." You know what I mean? It's just someone that I spoke to on YouTube when I was like 14. It was mad.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, my brother was like all stoked. He texted me a couple questions to ask, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta ask him who's bigger pussies, English or Americans?"
I don't know. Probably both pussies in different kind of ways, to be honest.
It's kind of saying like who's bigger assholes. Like there's
there's different types of assholes.
There's assholes.
There's all different types of assholes.
Like people are gonna be pussies everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
Like there's nowhere that's not gonna have pussies.
Yeah, but I feel like in England,
assholes.
you grew did you grow up fighting? Like I mean, in grade school and high school.
A little bit, like, you know what I mean. I had a few fights in first year senior school when I was like 11.
But it's not like the movie like Soccer Hooligan where you guys just
lad,
fucking.
everyone always asks me about that, you know, but lad, that doesn't happen no more. That used to happen in the bad in the 70s, 80s, 90s,
Dude.
and then I think England's like the most CCTV country in the world, lad. Per like square mile. I think Liverpool could be one of the highest per square mile CCTV'd in the city in the world. Lad, the amount of CCTV in the UK is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then they brought mandatory sentences in for if you're fighting at a football match. So like if you get caught fighting on the street with someone, you might get a 6-month sentence tops. Know what I mean?
It's not like you're like walking around flip phones like they're there, dude.
Yeah,
You're just walking in mobs.
If you get caught fighting at a football match, you get a 5-year sentence mandatory.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that did get a little bit out of hand.
They just they just started putting heavy sentences out, and no one.
Dude,
Yeah.
They don't find that anymore at all.
What's so funny, man, when I was attending my little fucking rich kid school in fucking St. John's Wood, the American School of London, like literally a fucking block or two down the road from there was like a properly hard, fucking scary British public school called Quentin Kynaston, and they used to beat us up all the time.
Really?
Like it was so funny, dude, don't go near there. There was like, oh, the QK? Oh no, dude, you know, and we would get mugged all the time too. Like,
you got mugged?
I did get mugged all the time, and it was so
You got
crazy.
mugged all the time?
Dude, like
It's like a traumatic experience
I
in
know
life.
it happened all the
yeah,
time.
and it wasn't. It didn't happen all the time, but I got mugged at least 3 times properly, and by properly I mean
Knife point or
I got a knife in my pocket. Give us your watch, you know, something like that. Like that happened. Like it was either I have a knife or like, give me that skateboard, or I'm gonna fucking beat you up right now.
And you just gave him the skateboard.
I fucking fucking gave him the
should have
skateboard.
picked the skateboard up and went to give it to him and then smacked him over the face with it.
But that's what I'm saying, Americans might be a little bit bigger pussies.
Dude, took my skateboard and then made me buy it back from him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, give me all your money. You can have your board back.
How much did you... Oh my god, dude.
That's heavy shit, that lad. How old is you? About 14?
I mean, yeah,
He's like 23.
No, I was like, I'm thinking I was like 13, maybe 14.
I feel like you've never told that story before.
I've never admitted that to another living soul.
That's heavy, dude.
London is rough though. Certain parts of London can be very rough.
Yeah, and especially because we would go around skateboarding, and like the skate spots are not necessarily in nice parts, but we will just love skateboarding. We want to go ride that, and so that puts us where the fucking guys are. That hat's cool. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my favorite hat. I'm one of them. One time I got mugged.
One time. I mean, that's like a life-changing event. It's happened like 7 times
I know,
to Steve.
but the stakes are like kind of lower. Like they don't have like the guns. You know, now they're starting to have guns in England. Though, right?
Yeah, there's people. Someone got shot the other week by ours. You know what I mean? There's more guns now, but it's knives, lad. That's the problem in the UK. You know what I mean? There was an 11-year-old girl or something got stabbed in the neck at the city centre last year. What do you mean this year, lad? It's just some of the stuff you hear about. There's people getting stabbed left, right and centre. London, Birmingham are worse for it. You hear a lot about it in London and Birmingham, people getting stabbed. But obviously it's not as bad as guns.
Yeah.
You've got to be this close to someone to actually stab them, know what I mean?
Right.
Can't just stand from 6 miles away with a sniper and shoot them on the head.
Dude, America with the fucking guns, man.
Them AR-15s, lad.
Yeah.
Stay away from me.
Yeah. It's not rad. Is Peaky Blinders, that was in Liverpool?
No, that's Birmingham. It's based in Birmingham. It's set in Birmingham, but they film in Liverpool because the docks and stuff.
Okay.
But
Did you see the latest season?
I haven't
watched it
finished it yet, but I'm like savoring it. You know, like I only like break off a little chunk at a time because I know. Peaky
Blinders is good, but I think Americans love it more than
Yeah, of course.
the UK. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah. Shit, I did. Then I'm busted. I will admit.
My favourite ones like The Wire, The Sopranos,
Oh,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones. Know what I mean?
I'll give
So
you
it's
Game
like-
of Thrones, but I couldn't get into The Wire or Sopranos.
The Wire's good. The Wire got voted like top
best.
number 1, top 10 series of all time.
Dude, I love Peaky Blinders way
No.
more. I couldn't even get.
I've got a good one for you. Another good one that I like called Love Hate. It's Irish. It's an
Oh,
Irish
wow,
series,
okay.
like 5 series of it. It's fucking
It's
quality.
like a hopeless romantic flick.
Oh, lad, it's a belt. It's proper gang shit.
What's it called?
Love Hate.
I'm down for that.
It's
Let-
sick. It's
let-
got
let-
Littlefinger in out of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He's one of the like the fucking
Okay.
the gangsters in it.
Yeah.
Plays a good
Love
role.
hate, huh?
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Is that something that we got to use our NordVPN to like tell
Log
our,
into Ireland,
Like,
I
I don't know. It was on years ago.
All right.
Where?
Years and years ago, though.
Is it on TV or on?
Yeah, it was on TV. Like I watched it on like DVD. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's rad. It's
probably somewhere.
Tell us about Molly, dude, because like you guys are just such the raddest duo, and you know, like
Yeah, she's great, lad. She's a nutter.
I
Know what
really
mean?
get a kick out of you guys together.
Yeah.
Like you know, like for the last, you know, all 3 of your fights, she
Yeah,
fought
all
on
3
your
of my
card.
fights we fought on the same card, so next one's going to be a little bit different as we're going to be on different cards.
She's in Madison Square
Yeah,
Garden.
she's in MSG, and I'm going to be like a month later.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe I'm tripping, but I feel like Molly was in the UFC before you and kind of under the radar, like not really. And then once you came in, you elevated her, where it's like just this fucking phenomenon of you guys together, and she's just become such a more like charismatic, seemingly she's
Yeah.
shining. She's shining so much.
Yeah,
like,
she
with
is.
you.
Like, as something we've said before, like she's done all her hard work in the UFC. You know what I mean? Where she had 6 before I got signed. She had 6 fights, won 3, lost 3. You know what I mean? Like she got signed when she was like 6 or 7 and 1. You know what I mean? So she had to do her learning on the job. I think she only had like 3 amateur fights as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had to do her learning on the job in the UFC, lad. Where
But she had to do what on the job?
a learning on the job.
Oh, a
you know what
learning
I
on the
mean?
job, gotcha.
She had to do all that in the UFC. Where it's different for men's MMA. Like I done mine outside the UFC. I done all my hard work
Right.
outside the UFC, and I had all mental battles and that I had to get through outside the UFC. And I'm so happy that they happened back then now, because I wouldn't be coping with everything now the way as good as
Yeah.
I do. You know what I mean?
And I don't want to be saying anything disparaging about Molly before you got to the UFC,
Yeah.
but there's just been this
Oh yeah, I know.
explosion.
Everyone said it to her. She said it herself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like she always said it. Like she had one of our ex-teammates was on cards with her in the past, and she just like I remember her saying it to me in the Apex. Like she said to me fight week as well. Like the day before the weigh-in, when we're sitting there watching food challenges, just sitting there both starving watching food challenges, just like it's just she's just like it's just different when it's with you, pal. And the same again when we was in the Apex before we went to walk out. She was like, I know we're gonna go out there and kill it. I know we are. I was like, I just know because it's me and you. And
Yeah.
ever since then we've both been just going out there and killing it.
She's just evidently, you both are just having so much fun.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, and it's infectious, man. It's like fucking contagious joy, and I just want to see you guys keep killing it. I love what she said too, that she's not ready for Valentina Shevchenko, but she's ready for the sister.
Yeah.
That was a pretty hilarious
Yeah.
call out.
That was funny that.
Yeah. Like I'll be ready for Valentina, but right now just yeah, it's great.
You touched on the surface of mental health, and you had issues outside the ring, and you're glad you cured them. And I think a lot of people listening have those same issues, but like nobody gets help.
Correction, Scott. all kinds of people get help. And thankfully, plenty more can get help now because this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp, which is an online therapy service that allows you to link up with qualified therapists to get you the help that you need. And I could not be more thrilled to be in therapy. I think I talk about it at length in this episode with Paddy the Baddy, and I encourage you guys to try it out too, because I mean, you maintain your car, right? You want to maintain your body. Why wouldn't you want to maintain your mind? Because I mean, like Paddy says, dude, like he'd rather have his mate crying on his shoulder than go to his mate's funeral next week. Man, it's powerful stuff. And guys need to speak up, like Paddy says. And the best way to speak up is with a qualified therapist, which you can find at betterhelp.com. That's betterhelp.com. And if you go to betterhelp.com/Stevo, you get 10% off your first month. So it's a win-win for the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast. And man, I really genuinely hope that you guys jump on this deal so that you can speak up about what's bothering you, because man, it just makes you happier. It makes me happier. Man, I'm doing therapy every single week and I love it. So one more time, go to betterhelp.com/Stevo to try out this therapy and 10% off your first month. Yeah, dude. Now, let's get back to it.
How did you like solve those problems before? Because I'm in the same situation too, and like I'm diving deep, and like yesterday on the drive down here I had a panic attack, and it's just like I called my therapist and she's like, dude, you're like so fucking exposed to the roots that like things are starting to come up, and so like just how did you kind of like fix those, and like because you knew you were going to become famous, and so it's like you got to kind of put the cage around the before honest, you blew up.
When I was younger. Like, it's mad, because like even when I was an amateur, I caused a big ruckus. You know what I mean? When I was an amateur, when I was 16, I put a post on Cage Warriors forum. That Cage Warriors big show in the UK and Europe, and they had a forum on there, like the Sherdog one. You know what I mean? Years ago, and I put a post on the amateur forum when I was like 4-0, 5-0 amateur, saying I am the best amateur bantamweight in the country. Does anyone dispute this? So people were putting names on this list. I was just beating them. So from that young age, at like 16, when I put that up, I've started getting used to like getting abuse. You know what I mean? Because like people are like, oh, these shit, this, that, blah, blah. And like this is even like Facebook was going and that. So like obviously it went on to there. And like I built a bit of a reputation when I was an amateur. I went 9-0, and then I went pro, went 3-0 pro, and then got signed to Cage Warriors. Like I went pro when I was 17 because I had no one left to fight. So I was 2-0 by the time I turned 18. Won another fight, got signed to Cage Warriors, and then I was getting built up then as like a big thing. I won my first Cage Warriors fight, and then I lost my next fight. So obviously my head was a bit shocked then, but I was only a kid, so it was like, oh, it's sound. You know what I mean? I'm only 18. Crack on. Went on a fucking 9-fight win streak, lad. Won the Cage Warriors featherweight belt, and started having to do proper crazy weight cuts. 145's killing me, and I lose a close fight for the belt. After that fight, I didn't fight for like 10 months. I was like, I sulk and flip when I lose a game of cards. You know what I mean? So I can
always.
So, and I've not prepared for, not put hours and hours of practice into. But if I like losing a fight, it affects me in a big way. You know what I mean? Like.
So you're saying you won the belt in featherweight?
I won the belt at featherweight and then ended up losing it.
And that's when you didn't fight?
That I didn't fight for 10 months then. But like I didn't get down as bad as I did after the next one. You know what I mean? I was down. I can remember crying a lot then. I'm an emotional guy, lad. I cry. For sure. I cry at commercials on the telly. You know what I mean? I swear, lad, I'll cry at anything. You know what I mean? I
cry at Cirque du Soleil shows.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll cry at I'm like, the Lord will look at me and go, are you crying? I'm like, shut up. You know what I mean? But
I cried during The Notebook a lot. Yeah,
like after the like I lost the featherweight belt, I was like, oh, down on the dumps, ended up moving up to lightweight. I won by flying triangle. I was like, oh yeah, everything's back, you know, everything's back to normal, everything's back to the way it was. No need to worry anymore. And then my next fight, lad, well, I broke my hand in the lead up to that fight. I broke my scaphoid bone in the lead up to the Savidas fight. Fought, went to America for 4 weeks, trained, come back. I remember my mum and dad reliving the wedding vows and then getting my wrist looked at, and I'm saying, yeah, you've got a broken bone in your hand. and he made me get surgery before me fight. So I had surgery 12 weeks before I fought for the lightweight belt, and I got the wires stuck out my hand 6 weeks before the fight. And never forget it, them taking the wires out my hand, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, I'm fighting in 6 weeks, and they all just went, you're not. It's like, I am, I've been training for, and they're like, no, you're not. I was like,
wow,
nah, I am. They brought like 3 doctors in to sit me down, talk to me.
So when you get away, that just doesn't add up to me. 12 weeks, and then you got your wires taken out. The hardware's supposed to be in there for a minimum of an entire year before it comes out, right? Like,
no, with this one, it was just like little wires were in there, and they just like pulled the wires out, so like keeping them in place.
Maybe that's different than hardware that's screwed into bones.
Yeah, no, and then the next time I had bolts the next time, and that was like that one again. No, in the UK was only like 8 weeks, but fucking went into that fight, nearly choked them out in the first round, but because my arm was that weak, I couldn't get the squeeze on the rear naked choke, no, because it just didn't have the strength the other arm did. Fucking the squeeze, couldn't get it. Next round I hit him, broke my hand, ended up losing a close decision. And then after that fight, lad, because like even though I had a broken hand, lad, I'd put everything into the build up to it, you know what I mean? I'd trained my ass off and that, and I can just remember we went back to like the apartment we were staying in, and some of my mates were up partying, you know what I mean, where they'd been up anyway, fucking, and I just went to bed, and I'm just sitting there crying. And then I think nearly every morning for the next 6 weeks or something, I woke up crying, because the missus would go to work, and when she'd go to work, I'd roll over and just go to sleep, you know what I mean? But after that fight, lad, I'd wake up and it'd just like be like, what, yeah, you lost that fight, your career's over, you're finished, and I'd just start crying.
But you fixed it.
Yeah, I had to, you know what I mean? Like, for a few months I was bad, lad. For a few months.
But how did you fix it?
I don't know that you fix it. I think that
But you had better coping skills.
Yeah, what it was, like, I didn't tell anyone. I thought, oh no, I'm all the macho shit, lad. I'm a fighter. Yeah. I shouldn't have to go to my fiance or my mum or dad or my friends or my teammates. I shouldn't have to put this burden on them. You know what I mean?
So you talked to somebody about it?
So yeah, for about 2 months I was bad, lad. I was just crying all the time and just never in a good mood, and that's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I'm always, even when I'm in a good mood, I've generally got a smile on my face. And
when's the last time you lost a fight?
That fight.
Okay, so we're not necessarily out of the woods.
No, we're not. Like, you never know. But as you say, it was actually speaking to people. Because someone said to me, get it off your chest, it helps. I think it was my boxing coach, Chris, actually.
Right,
and like he was the first person who I spoke to about it, and then I started speaking to other people, and it was weird. It's literally like someone does pull a fucking 50 kilo weight off your chest.
We're only as sick as our secrets.
Yeah, literally, they drag you down, lad.
Yeah,
they drag you down bad.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking up about stuff that bothers you saves my ass. All the time.
Definitely.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody everything, but you should tell one person.
You absolutely have to tell at least one person.
The tight-knit group, the ones that love you and you love them, because that's what I mean. When I did win that belt when I was 21, I had made, you've definitely had this in the past, major Klingons, people you think are friends, just with you. We call them Klingons, you know what I mean? Just hanging off your coattails, just with you to get into nightclubs and to be Paddy's mate, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Yeah. And at the time when you're with them, your actual mates and your fiance, and you're like, what are you doing? And your teammates in the gym, like, what are you doing with them? Sort of shit out. You're like, oh, the sound, lad. You know what I mean? The sound. And then a year passes or whatever passes, and you're like, fucking hell, they were right, weren't they? They were just, when you lose a fight and then you're not getting messages, or you've lent someone money, or you fucking don't know, and they just don't want to get back on you, and you're just like, yeah, it's sound. You realise who the real ones are, lad, and that's why I'm so happy that happened when I was 21, when I was younger, when I won the world title on Cage Warriors. Because back then I got the opportunity, when I won the belt, I could have just went straight to the UFC and I would have had all them Klingons by my side, but I'm glad I never went to UFC, and I've defended the belt and then lost it after I defended it, because I wouldn't have had all the life lessons I've got now.
Yeah, dude, that's fantastic.
Do you still have better? We were still working with BetterHelp, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, we do. Therapy is crucial.
So I mean, there's just no funding for it. I know there's none in the UK, and it'd be surprising if there was any for it in the US. You know what I mean? Like men's mental health. There's no funding for it in the UK at all.
There's no phone number?
Funding.
Oh.
Yeah,
there's no funding at all. Like, no.
Let's remember too that Paddy, was it the last fight, Jordan Levitt?
Yeah.
He says, I'm going to submit him and then I'm going to teabag him. Did you call that out ahead of time?
Yeah, I said I was going to knock him out or submit him and then teabag him. Just said I'm going to finish him. You know what I mean? I knew I was going to finish him. I did think more chance of it being a knockout because he was a better. He had good jiu-jitsu. Know what I mean?
He was.
Yeah, he's a legit
he gave you
black
a good
belt.
fight
Know
that
what I mean?
first
Yeah,
round.
he's a legit black belt. But his striking defense was so weird. His striking defense is just like that until he grabs hold of you. And it was my own fault, as I said. I went into the fight very emotional. I was very overzealous. I was trying to take his head off with every punch I threw. So because I was trying to take his head off, it was easier for him to just pull me in and grab hold of me. You know what I mean?
And that was the same fight where 5 hours before your weigh-in, you received the news that your friend, you've lost your friend.
One of my mates back home, Ricky, had killed himself, lad.
And dude, he goes from submitting Jordan Levitt to teabagging him, just like he said, and fucking dancing around, giving like the most stellar post-fight interview, and then just politely asking, do you mind if I have a few words? Not like grabbing the microphone like a douche like I would, you know, but like
2 hands.
Yeah, do you mind if I have a few words? And they just, of course, and then he just goes into this like wonderful, moving speech about how we have to remove the stigma of guys not being able to talk. He says, I'd rather my mate cry on my shoulder than be at his funeral the next week.
Yeah.
Like, we've got to start talking. And it was just the most fucking genuine, authentic, just moving, just beautiful shit that you couldn't, like, be trying to, like, put on to look good, you know?
What kind of, where do you want to see the money go for the funding for mental health? Like, what needs to...
Well, I'll be honest, I'm no expert, lad. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you just know that.
I just know that people need help. Because even in Liverpool, lad, Liverpool fits into San Diego like 8.5 times, and I know like more than 10 people who are not that I know directly or I know of have killed themselves over like the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's just becoming more and more common. Like, it's normal, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not normal, lad. People need to realise that. Like, split-second decisions
Right.
change lives.
Yeah, you don't,
And it's
like,
literally a split-second decision. And like things that I've seen of people who have attempted suicide and have failed, they've always said, as soon as I started to do it, I was thinking to myself, what the fuck are you doing? I regretted it instantly. You know what I
Well,
mean?
what's crazy is like most people have these secrets that they think is the worst thing that's ever happened in their life, and then when you finally tell somebody, they're like, I do that all the time.
Exactly.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
I did that 3 times last week.
Right.
You know?
It's part of the 12 steps that you do a fear inventory, and that's where, like, you know...
Well, not even a fear inventory, but like all the harms you've done to others.
Right, but there's harm done others, there's you know, resentments that you have, and there's a fear inventory. And so, like, on your fear inventory, you have to write down, like, you know, everything that you're afraid of course. But the thing is, I remember when I was going through the process, I was thinking of like some secrets that I had, and I was like, man, I don't have to share this with anybody. It's not like anything that I'm resentful about. It doesn't make me angry, you know. It's not like you know, it's not anything I'm really like afraid of. It's just like some weird shit I do.
Yeah.
You know? But then my next thought was, oh fuck, it's some weird shit I do that I would fucking never tell anyone because I'd be terrified of anybody finding it out.
Yeah.
And then that's when I realized that by definition, a secret is something you're afraid someone will find out.
Yeah.
So in this process, you have to share all of your secrets. And that's when the rubber meets the road in the 12-step process of recovery. And what I did with my secrets at that point, I fucking went to my notebook and I wrote them in code. Because heaven fucking forbid if anybody got their hands on my notebook and then they could read my fucking secrets. So I wrote them in code that only I would understand. And then I told my guy who I had to tell it to, I just made an appointment, and when the time came, I showed up, and I was like, all right, dude, you know, fucking, it's like...
It's a big fucking deal.
It's a big deal. It's like what the bullfighting guy said. My buddy Ty, the bullfighter, he says, you're never ready to ride the bull. It just becomes your turn.
Yeah.
and that's what it was. You know, I was never going to be ready to share those secrets, but... it became time, you know. I scheduled the appointment, so I go and I was like, all right, here goes. And now the guy who I'm sharing this with, I'll just go ahead and say my sponsor, like he had told me, he goes, look, he had 8 years of sobriety at the time. He had told me, he goes, dude, look, you can tell me anything. Trust me, I've been doing this for years. I've heard it all. You're not going to tell me anything that I haven't fucking heard before. So just don't even worry about it. Just let it ride. So I show up with my fucking coded secrets, right? I sit down and I fucking tell him. And he sits there, listens to me, what I say. And he literally goes, ding, ding, ding. That I have not heard. and we just started fucking laughing. And this shit that like was like so terrifying to me that and when I wrote it in code at the top of the page, I had written "to the grave." Like this was my "to the grave" list. I wrote the words "to the grave," dude. And here when I told my sponsor, we just started fucking laughing about how ridiculous it was. And like I felt like, wow, you know, like I had so much invested in that festering fucking fear, and it was just kind of released.
For sure.
It was released, and it's the most powerful thing.
You get a lot of guys you work with that like can't stay sober, and then like, you know, you go through things, and then you go through the steps and you work it, and then they relapse, and you're like, would you not tell me? And
Right.
like, all right, I hooked up with a dude when I was 12. You know, it's like, and it's like, who cares? And then like from then on, they seem to hold it together.
We have a book for our whole process, which is it's actually, we call it the Big Book. And in the book it says, if you hold back a secret, if you don't share everything, you will drink again. Yeah. It says you'll drink it, like just black and white like that. And when I got done with this process with this sponsor guy, I finally came to, I said, okay, now I finally don't have anything else. And he says, all right, you are the first guy I've ever worked with in this process who I am not now asking, so what are you holding back? He says, I know that you have not held back anything. I know. And he says, are you curious to know? And I'm like, what? And he said, 60. I'm like, 60 what? He goes, 60 hours we put into this process.
Really?
It was the gnarliest marathon fifth step. And I think he did a lot of rounding up. But yeah, I fucking, and that's why I think I'm still clean and sober today. Because I like that's when you've shared all of your secrets, when you've just like gotten it all out, that's when like you're no longer on defense, you know, like in the steps. Now the obsession to drink and use is lifted, and you're no longer on defense. You move into the rest of the steps where you actually make all the things right from your past, and now you're on offense. Yeah. And like offense meaning that when you go through the second half of the steps, you're on fucking offense. Now you're winning. Now your life's getting good. And dude, I'm terrified to like not to deviate from this process because my life is so goddamn good.
Nice stuff.
All right. Well, can we do predictions for tonight's fight, and then by the time this airs, we can see if they're true or not?
I like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I like Luke Rockhold. I think,
lad,
I worry about his chin.
I felt like he snapped me the other day, lad, to be honest.
He was in a mode at the fight. He was in a mode.
I felt like he snapped me, lad.
Wait, you don't have to help me with the word you said.
Snarl is like
snarled. You know what though? I don't think that was to you. I think that he was just.
No, at this point though, this is when I was walking to the toilet.
Off the cameras.
Yeah, I was walking to the toilet, and I think he'd just been back to see Cheeto because he's a teammate, innit?
Yeah.
And he was coming back in, and I think I was walking out, and obviously, as you say, people were shouting at me, so I was touching hands and that. And he's like walked back through, and he half like jogged past me, but he half just like went. I was thinking he must be thinking, who is this little cunt? Because everyone's cheering his name, and I'm a former middleweight champ, and why is no one shouting for me? You know what I mean? He probably thought that. Because if I was in his shoes, I'd probably think the same. Who is this cheeky little bastard?
I think that there's probably some merit to that assessment. However, I think that he was just a walking snarl.
Yeah, he was. He was
night.
When the cameras were on him, he was just like, you know.
I think he would like.
You can't turn up to places like that in a vest.
What?
You can't turn up to places like that in a vest.
Yeah.
Because you stink a bow.
Okay, now help me with that lingo. In a vest. Do you mean like wearing a bulletproof vest?
No, we had a vest on. What do you call it? What is it? A tank top? Do you call it?
He
had no sleeves, so I could just
beater.
smell his armpits.
Yeah, okay.
And he was sitting behind me, and he stunk, lad.
You call a tank top a vest?
Yeah, that's a vest.
Wow, I did not know that. I
think Paolo, me boy. Yes, Paolo. He's gonna knock him.
I think
clean
Paolo's
up.
got it.
Paolo's gonna clip his ass and put him in kip.
I think Paolo is coming in with a lot to fucking prove.
Do you think he's drinking right now before the fight?
I reckon he could do because he's a G.
All right,
I think Jose Aldo as well. I'm going for back in the Brazilians.
Yeah, against Dvalishvili.
Yeah, and then what about the main one?
Dude, Aldo, you know what? They say that when you hit your prime and fucking, like, then you're done, And Aldo is legitimately having a second prime.
Yeah, he is. He's come back with a vengeance, lad.
Yeah.
I hope he wins the belt. It'd be sick to see Aldo with the belt, because Aldo's up there for me in like the GOAT status, you know what I mean? He's up there.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck if he's lost loads of fights, lad.
Sure.
I don't care if he's lost a good few fights. He's unbelievable.
Okay,
lad.
can we transfer that? I don't care if Aldo's lost fights to yourself. If
Yeah, we can say that over, lad. Lad, Aldo's the boy, lad. I just still can't believe McGregor done that to him. He just said that he was going to do and done it. But like, it's just affected Aldo.
Can I ask you this? What the fuck is going on with McGregor being so like...
He's your chest, isn't he?
I mean, dude, that's not natural.
It's testosterone, TRT.
I mean, why would he even want to be that bloated up and
I want to be that big, dude. I would love to be that fucking jacked.
If McGregor stood on this scale right now, what do you think he'd weigh?
I don't know, he's looking chesty, like, he'd probably be about the same as... I'd probably be heavier than me.
How tall is he?
220 or
A
something.
lot heavier than you is what I would guess.
How tall is he?
No, he's a little inch smaller than me, I think.
You
I'm
think
like
he's-
5'10" and a half, something like that.
You think he's 220?
Something like that, probably, because he's like that at
Easy.
the
He's
minute.
fucking jacked.
Easy.
His first fight back could end up being 170, but he could be getting jacked to this film he's doing, couldn't he? He's doing a film now.
Yeah, he's just fucking enjoying life on his Lambo yacht.
I mean,
dude.
Might as well.
I wonder what he's like. You know, my girl, my fiance Lux, she worked with McGregor on. She works in production.
Yeah.
As like a set designer, like art director, like prop stylist, all that. And she said that Conor McGregor, of all the celebrities she's worked with on a set, was among the like the top of the list for the most like professional, like friendly, like kind, like
yeah.
the whole thing. And I gotta wonder, just by looking at him in the news and the whole trajectory of his story, if that's still the case.
Well, lad, I was, funnily enough, you mentioned it, I was in Dublin 2 or 3 weeks ago in his pub, eating. Me and Molly were in there having a drink and a meal, and he was on face. That's the, do you know anything about it? He was on FaceTime to us, he was talking to me. I think he did say something about me speech and that, and I was like, thank you, and that, and he said something else about me win, but I couldn't hear exactly what he was saying because we were in a pub and the music was loud, you know what I mean? So I wish there was a pair of earphones to put in, but he sorted the bill for us, lad. So
Oh, wow.
Connor's a scouser. He's alright.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's always
But you
fucking
never know,
cool.
down the line, lad, me and him could end up fighting. It's a possibility, lad. Comes back down to 155. That'd be the biggest pay-per-view in the history of the UFC.
I mean,
Dana, dude, make it happen.
I mean, you can't put two stars that big together. That's
Yes,
not good
you
for
can.
business.
It's-
That's not good.
It's the best for business, dude.
I mean, it's the best for...
Well, they're in the making money business.
Understood, but this is why Chael Sonnen just said that you cannot have... what fight was it? It was saying a champion from one division and a champion from another division. He was like, you can't do that because then you've just only made one go down. You know, like...
Wasn't that what's going on with Jones and Ngannou?
That would be well...
That'll end up being a unification fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Stipe's obviously, if it's going to be Stipe Jones, and everyone's saying Stipe Jones for the interim belt while Ngannou's out,
Yeah.
and then it'll be like whoever wins versus Ngannou.
Who wins, Jones and Ngannou?
I'm just backing Jones against anyone.
For
Dude,
sure.
I love it, man.
I'm backing Jones against anyone, lad. He'll find a way to win.
I've got to get my relationship back with John Jones, man. I don't even know what happened, dude. We were bros. We were fucking hanging out at his house,
I miss John Jones.
and then all of a sudden,
miss him.
it's just he never responded to another message, and I can't even fucking guess like what
John,
the heck.
where are you, lad?
Yeah.
Steve-O wants to know. You're reaching out.
I know, dude. I am. I am, and I love your unconditional love and support for John
Yeah,
Jones.
lad, as I say, like, I can remember.
I'm dying for him to be the heavyweight champion.
Yeah,
because
when I first started watching MMA, he was like coming up. You know what I mean? I watched him live beat Shogun, and I can remember the fight before he did beat Bader on Versus, and he got offered the fight after the fight, and he said, "Yeah, I watched all them live." When he beat Vera, you know what I mean? I remember watching all them fights live. Lad. The Matt Hamill one on the Ultimate Fighter finale, and that. So
And
like,
this
because
is-
it was when I was young, growing up, lad, it just resonates even more with me, lad. Because like that was before I was watching. I remember watching him fight before I was even doing MMA.
And let's put this into perspective. You're in England, which is fucking like 9 hours ahead of Las Vegas time.
Yeah.
So for you to watch those fights live,
I was
you're
sitting up
staying
till
up
that.
until goddamn
Yeah.
5, 6 in the
It
morning.
was, lad. He was sitting up till like that's what I mean. Those main events come out at like 9 o'clock in Vegas, 10 o'clock, don't they? So you're sitting there waiting until about 5 in the morning sometimes.
5, 6
Like I
in the
don't.
morning.
That's what I mean. I don't watch UFC anymore.
Right.
I don't, because I'm not sitting up and ruining my sleeping pattern. Know what I mean?
Right.
If I get up and sit up for hours and hours on the Monday when I go in the gym, I'm like, oh.
But you won't go on Fight Pass when you wake up.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Like you always end up just pulling your phone out and seeing the results on Instagram.
Dude, I'm such a fucking psycho. Like when I'm on tour and I have a show which requires me to be on stage during the event.
Yeah.
I will literally fucking rearrange the apps on my iPhone to move Instagram away so that I don't inadvertently open it and find out the results.
That's what I'm like, lad. I always do, and I'm bad. I just open it like a natural reaction of a morning. Let's see what's happening. You go, oh my god!
It's the worst feeling when you open Instagram and you're like, no, why did I see that?
Yeah, I done it with the Ngannou Cyril Game fight, the last one. I remember doing it
yeah.
with my phone. Oh, bastard.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fucking interesting, man.
Yeah. For that one, for me, that Cyril Gane is just bad fight IQ. He was 3 minutes away from becoming heavyweight champion of the world if he just stayed on top. But he went for a leg lock instead.
Yeah, dude. and let me
but yeah,
say,
he's only young in his career, lad. Like, I've had like double the amount of fights as him. Know what I mean?
Cyril Gane?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got in late.
Yeah.
And dude, now they got a fight night in Paris, and it's
Yeah.
Cyril Gane against
Tuivasa. I think
Tuivasa. Yeah,
I think I love Tuivasa, lad. His quality, but I reckon Gane's gonna piece him up.
It was looking pretty scary for Tui. Like, he came in hot, and then he lost like 3 in a row. And it was like, man, fuck, poor bastard. And now he's won 3 in a row. Is that right?
I think it's more like 5 in a row or something.
Wow.
Are you good at the speed bag in the boxing gym?
No.
No?
I fucking hate that thing.
Dude, I'm probably the best in the world.
I fucking hate it, lad.
I just like talking shit. I'm pretty good though.
I hate them, lad. They're fucking annoying. You don't need that for nothing either.
It's just shoulder strength.
What was pointless?
let me ask you what we're getting into tonight, and thank you so much for the invite, dude. What a fucking honor to go get to watch the fights with Paddy the Baddy.
Lad, it's my honour, lad, to watch it with you, lads.
Oh,
For,
yeah.
you know, when it's all one, like, obviously by ours, the lad. You don't use WhatsApp, do you? You use text message.
Yeah, you know what?
You have group.
Well, why
have
would
group
we-
messages on iMessage, don't you?
I tried WhatsApp.
No, we can get
once.
both.
I tried.
We use WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp for
Yeah.
everything, but we have like a group chat by ours, about 15, 20 of us in it.
Yeah.
And it was funny, one of my mates, Longy lad, he's a professional footy player for youth soccer player, and lad, when I told him I was coming on this, he was like, lad, proper made up. He's like, after the UFC, I woke up the next morning to a picture in our chat of me and you, where you'd put it up, and Longy was like, lad, did you meet him? What's he like? All made up.
That's so,
He
dude,
loves you and Pontius, lad.
there's been like some really, really special times where like there's this mutual, you know, like we're jazzed to have
Like, as I say, lad, I fucking grew up watching Jackass films, lad, watching you do mad shit.
You know, we've had really great guests on this podcast. Like, make no mistake, and I'm super grateful and proud of what, you know, the way that has gone for us. But with that said, like, I look at other podcasts, like the Full Send podcast, Logan Paul, like Andrew Schultz, and they just had like their fucking like just a crazy like. Unbelievable caliber of guests, and I sit here looking at you thinking like man, fucking beat Logan Paul, just fucking Full Send. You know, I really feel that you are that special, and just I love UFC so goddamn much. It's ridiculous.
I know, lad, for years I've seen you sitting at the side of the UFCs. You know what I mean? I should have always saw this coming one day, because as I say, I've envisioned all this, I've imagined it for years and years. You know what I mean? I've always, like, when I first started doing MMA and I said I'm going to start doing tournament and fighting, everyone said you won't. When I first started fighting amateur, I was like, I was going to win a belt, everyone was like, you won't. You know what I mean? And then it was like, I'm going to turn pro, it was like, you won't. You know what I mean? And it was like, I'm going to win a world title, you won't. And I won it. You know what I mean? So my life's been full of that, lad, and I've always beat it, and I'm going to continue to do so.
Yeah, and so like we'll wrap it up and get out of here, but I'm curious to know, like, about the business of Paddy the Baddy, because there's you know, we'll talk about it. Everyone talks about fighter pay all the time, and like they were trying to hit ask you as if it was an outrage that you had 12-12 in March, like that.
That's just standard though.
Right.
Your first UFC contract is 10-10, win that. 12-12, win that. 14-14, but I didn't have to have the 14-14 because they know who the boy is. You know what I mean? I got a new contract for me last fight.
Right.
Like,
because you know who the boy is.
Yeah. Like, obviously fighting in the Apex,
right.
Even though there was only about 100 people there, it was still quite loud when I was fighting. But then you see it with the crowd, Like when I fight with a crowd, it's
Dude.
just different, lad. It's
I mean,
different.
dude, and mind you, when you walked in, and just because you were standing in the building, the entire fucking arena starts chanting, "Oh, Paddy the Baddy," while there's fucking legitimate activity going on in the octagon. They're trying to fucking announce the official results, and like nobody gives a fuck about that because Paddy's standing in the corner of the arena over there. It was so ridiculous, and I run over to take a photo with you, and then I come back to my seat, and I'm like, "Yo, Dana, dude, fucking check it out," and I show Dana the picture of me and you, and Dana's like, I'm like, dude, and Dana's like, fucking, it's crazy, like, it's just rad.
It is, lad. It's mad, but like as I said, that like it's more crazy for the people around me, like me mates. You know what I mean? Me mates, me fiance.
Understood.
My fiance's head's gone half the time. Me teammates and like me family and that. It's mad for them, but lad, people keep asking me, how are you coping with it? How's it this? And I'm like, I'm not coping with what?
I mean, you've had it's not overnight for you.
No, it's not overnight. I've been
right.
fucking saying that, doing this for nearly 12 years, lad. And for 11 years being fighting, like for 10 years now being fighting professional, saying to myself, I know where I'm headed, I know this is happening, I know this is happening. And only about twice, as I say, when I've had proper bad mental issues, have I ever thought it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Every other time in my life I have been like, this is happening, it's going to happen, I know it's going to happen.
I've kind of been the same way too. Like I'm like, the world's going to find out how fucking rad I am.
Exactly.
Kind of was my
you know what I mean?
mantra.
I always knew that, like, it's mad because you could probably go back to interviews where I've done years ago and stuff like that, and they say I am going to be just as big, if not bigger, than Conor McGregor.
I love it.
I am.
To be fair, I thought that the world was likely to find out how rad I was after I'd already died. but that's why I was so busy filming, to make sure that they could do that. Now, I think that when you become famous, like when you become famous, that it's impossible for there not to be, I call it growing pains, you know, like all of a sudden you've got bestowed upon you all of this reverence, all of this power, this influence, and like it's just human nature to abuse that, you know, you can be an asshole, now you can be arrogant, now you can, and it's like really hard to become famous and not kind of go through these growing pains of like to sort of not being the best version of yourself. But fortunately for you, you've had it's not like coming out of nowhere. Like you've been through the growing pains with your experience, so I feel like you're ready for this.
I am, lad. Like all some mad shit's happened to me over the years, lad. Some funny ones and some mad ones, and like they've all brought me to the place where I'm at now, and I'm more prepared than I ever have been.
I love it.
Like years ago when I did get offered to go to the UFC, I'm so glad I said no, because never mind physically, I wasn't ready mentally. You know what I mean? I still look like a little boy as well. I still had the body of a 15-year-old boy. You know what I mean? So I was still a child, but it's all done me in good stead, lad. Like now, I'll fight anyone. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I don't care.
Okay, but what about the business of Paddy the Baddy? Because I want you to be able to like really harness like all of this potential that you have right now.
To be honest, lad, I know it. It's not just fighting for me. I'm gonna be in.
Okay, but
I'm gonna be in films, TV shows, face-up brands, lad. I know.
All right, let's make it happen, dude.
I know that's gonna happen.
I'm so impressed by your manager Graham that I gotta believe that behind the scenes that this is already kind of taking shape.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, like there's all sorts going on behind the scenes.
Let's look at what. Sorry, that was a bad interrupted. But let's look at what Sean O'Malley's doing. Like when Sean O'Malley has a fight going, he's got like ready to go, like limited edition, like for that fight, like merch, and he's like fucking killing it.
Yeah, he is. Like that's what I mean. That's why a lot of people should like follow what Sean does. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters should take a leaf out of his book, but instead they want to sit around and talk shit about him. You know what I mean? That's what.
Oh, dude, Sean O'Malley's the man.
Yeah, he's cool, lad. I like Sean.
He's
sound as fuck, lad. I've met him now twice, and he's a nice dude, lad. He's a cool dude. So I don't. But people are always. He's like me. He's a polarizing figure. People are always gonna talk shit about him, lad. Just like they are with me. I'm used to it, just like he's used to it now. It's been happening for years with him, just like it has with me.
Yeah. Were you FaceTiming Sean?
I'm fucking FaceTiming Sugar Sean. I think he's always picked up when I have. But this will be the time.
The Scouse accent's funny, lad. You say them time.
Yeah,
the Scouse accent.
Now you had. One of you guys had said something somewhat disparaging of the other, and then you met.
Yeah, it was me.
In London.
Someone asked me something a long time ago in an interview, and I said, "So what did I say?" I said like, "Oh, he's a bit of a bitch ass, though," and something along them lines, and it was because of when his the fight with Cheeto, where the way he says he never lost. Know what I mean?
I criticised him for that
Yeah,
too.
but and like obviously they tried to say that I said something else about him when I never. Know what I mean? The way interviewers just like that's one thing what really annoys me. Journalists just twist what you say. Like
It's all clickbait.
yeah, like I can remember someone asked me something about the Poirier Oliveira fight, and I was like, "Oh, Oliveira's unbelievable, blah blah, this and that." But I said something like, "I personally believe if I was in that position on Dustin Poirier on his back, that I'd submit to myself." And the headline become Paddy the Baddy thinks he beat Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, by
I
submission.
never said that. Know what I mean? I never said that.
If you give
I
me
said
that
if I was on
opportunity-
his back with the body triangle locked in,
It's crazy.
I would submit him. If I had that much time left on the clock, I would, because that's my position. It's what I'm good at. But the reporter changed it to, "Oh, Paddy the Baddy said he'll beat," and I never said I beat Dustin Poirier. You know what I mean? Just as I say, reporters and that do my head in. Like they asked some shitty, stupid questions as
Yeah.
well a lot of the time.
Yeah, dude.
You should FaceTime John Jones.
I would love to.
He's probably had
Let me
4 new
try it.
numbers. He's probably had 4 new numbers since
Yeah.
fucking his
You
last
never
spoke
know,
to him.
but dude, I'll try it, man. And yeah,
John Jones, man, what a guy. Like he is the go for me. And then you've got like your GSP and Anderson Silva behind him. But Fedor always gets forgot about for me. Like Fedor was absolutely
Dude,
unbelievable.
Watching him in like the early 2000s, I've never seen anything like it.
No, and he's
In
like
Pride and
obviously he was Pride had been bought by the time I started watching the UFC, so I was always watching that in the past.
yeah,
And lad,
dude, just
the way you could put it all together, lad, it was just silly. And the
arm
sound,
barring fucking dudes that are like 100 pounds heavier than
Yeah.
you know.
it's scary, lad.
Yeah.
all right, dude. Before John Jones doesn't pick up, dude, is there anything we want to?
Yeah.
Before John Jones doesn't pick up. What a guy.
Yeah, dude. I just don't know what happened there, man. We were like fucking bros, and then I just never heard from him again.
Well, buddy,
Hopefully he sees this and he reaches out.
yeah. We miss you, John Jones.
Yeah.
We had such a
Yeah.
good time at your
You
house.
missed John.
Yeah, we miss
missed.
you, Bones, dude. Yep, there we go. All right,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Let's say
no, just nothing. Basically, everyone knows where to find me, lad. I always say it, lad. Just I'm not on Twitter no more. In fact, Twitter have kicked me off there. So
Oh, I remember that,
the day
dude.
before,
Yeah,
the night before me fight as well. You know
I was
what
there when I tweeted on the UFC. I am entertained.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to tag you and I couldn't.
That's what I mean. You can't tag me in a Twitter thing. You know, that everyone knows where to find me at the UFC Baddy. And just big shout out to like Barstools, lad, and all my sponsors. Barstools, the
All right.
the firm.
Dave Portnier.
He's the boy, lad. You know.
We should get him on the podcast.
Lad,
I
you
like
should,
him.
lad. Dave's such a cool motherfucker, lad. You know.
Yeah.
Like he's such a cool dude.
Yeah.
We were chilling with him the other week in Chicago, lad, watching the fights on Jamal Hill fought.
Yeah.
We were watching them fights with him in Chicago, lad. And we went to Elton John with him the night before. It was a good little trip to Chicago, that.
That's good. Chicago's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at fucking Romero Whitaker 2
No,
in fucking Chicago in June 2018.
Was it
when
RDJ?
Colby beat RDA for the
Interim belt.
welterweight belt? That fucking
Yeah.
that was
Like,
insane.
as a fighter, I like Colby. He's good, he's very good. But as
He's-
as a person, he's a piece of shit, lad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean,
I hate all the
I'm-
act as well. Like,
I-
just be yourself, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Here's the problem with Colby Covington is that they say, oh, it's just an act. He's actually the nicest guy. He's really a good guy. Well, good guys don't put on that kind of
That
an
act,
act. You're
yeah.
a piece of shit if you
I've
put
heard-
on that
exactly,
act.
I've heard a few people say that myself. Oh, he's nice, you know, when you meet him in
Right, well,
person.
then nice people don't say, oh, I boned this chick. you
Yeah,
know,
don't
or
fucking
like-
have a ghostwriter then, lad.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Even though I will give Colby Covington credit for cum shot being the funniest
Oh,
nickname
yeah.
I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come shot your eye, that was a good one. My one for him was Crash Mat Jimmy Changa. His name's that hard to say anyway, so like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, Crash Mat Jimmy Changa.
Dude, who do you think wins in a fight, Colby or Edwards?
That's a flat. That's probably the most interesting fight to see at welterweight.
It's
Gotta
also
be.
a problem. Is it the most boring fight to see at welterweight?
No, they're just gonna
No,
fucking
there's
punch
more.
each other's faces in.
But nah, Colby would try and take Edwards down. Colby wouldn't stand with Edwards. Colby knows full well what Edwards would do to him
Yeah,
on the feet.
dude, Edwards is such a great
Edwards is
guy.
quality striker.
I
Yeah.
love
Quality.
Edwards.
He's cool,
man.
Edwards, lad. He's proper nice dude. I've met him
Fucking
plenty of times now. He's
nicest dude.
one of the nicest dudes going, lad. And
Yeah.
I'd love to see him win the belt. I want him
I
to.
would too.
Like, it's obviously my head's going with Usman because he's got more tools to win. Usman could just sit on top of him for 5 rounds if he wanted to, or push him against the cage like he done with Woodley for 5 rounds.
Usman's huge.
Yeah, but I'm going with my heart and I'm going with Edwards. I want Edwards to... That's what I'm thinking though. I'm seriously thinking, Steve-O, Usman's going to think, I've been beating everyone up on the feet. I'll be able to stand with Leon. And Leon might just piece him up, know what I mean?
I know, but dude,
I think he's got good fight IQ, Usman, and he wouldn't do that.
Did you see Usman's jab against Burns? That was the most fucking powerful jab.
But that was against a man with a smaller reach. That's somebody had the reach advantage over. He hasn't over Edwards.
All right.
Edwards has got the reach advantage.
The power that Usman when he knocked out Masvidal.
Yeah, the power's more like with hands power. It's Usman, but like
I feel
accuracy and precision, it's Edwards. And when it comes to kicks, it's all Edwards.
Okay, I feel like hands power, Edwards is the equivalent of Covington.
I reckon he gets harder than Covington.
Yeah,
I'm saying that Covington had Usman rocked in the second fight.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought that fight could have been a draw, me. I'm not messing. Usman definitely 10-8 in the second and won the first, but then 3, 4 and 5 all could have went to Colby. 4 and 5 definitely, it was how you scored the third.
It was good.
And as I say, I'm not a Colby fan. You know what I mean? And
but you know what? Here's the thing.
I also thought Zhang Wei beat Rose that night as well.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden judges. Snide.
I fucking enjoy disliking Colby Covington so much that I want him to win every time so that I can keep having him to enjoy disliking.
Nah, he hasn't got a fight, has he?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does, but that...
Oh, yeah, he's got a lawsuit.
Wasn't he still going on with Masvidal?
Yeah, Masvidal hit him. Yeah. Masvidal's meant to be fighting Burns, isn't he?
Yep.
That'll be a scrap.
It's getting embarrassing for Masvidal to say, I'm gonna break your face. Like,
I saw Masvidal on some sort of podcast saying he got asked about me. He said something like English people can't wrestle. What? English people can't wrestle? Pot kettle black? Jesus. Don't ever, lad.
Dude, unbelievable. Thank you so much for this, and thank you for, what you rented out a bar?
Yeah, we're having a little watch party tonight for the UFC, aren't we, lad? There'll be me, you, a few of the Paddies are coming over after they've played tonight as well, I think, so it'll be funny. I'll just be sitting in the corner, lad.
Yeah, and we got a balcony.
Eating food, drinking Coke.
Dude, I like you hot again, man.
All right.
I like you hot
I'll stay away from carbs.
Right. Dude, thank you, Paddy.
Stick to meat, lad. Stick to the meat.
Dude. How embarrassing. Like, the colored people, they don't pick up.
Oh, well.
Shit's happened.
Oh, dude, that's staying in. That's the funniest thing to end on. Now, little did I know when I recorded this episode with Paddy the Baddy that the very next morning we did his podcast too. And man, I think it might have been better. I don't know. Different. Both fucking epic. So click on my episode of Paddy the Baddy's podcast. Kapah. Wait, you didn't click yet? All right, dude, it's showtime. Hey everybody, and welcome to a robust wild ride with Steve-O. This week we've got the new Jackass star, Zackass Holmes. He's on tour with me doing comedy. He's killing it at comedy, and I suggested a joke for him, one that I heard from Scott Randolph. Now, the joke goes like this. What is the difference between jam and jelly? Well, I can't jelly my dick down. I can't. I mean, you get the idea. But the point being, if I take a Blue Chew tablet, I can jam my wiener wherever I want because it's hard as a rock. Yeah, that's right. That's why Blue Chew tablets are so much fun. I'm telling you, man. And if you go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO, you could get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets completely for free. All you gotta pay is $5 for shipping. It's that simple, baby. They love the listeners with the Wild Ride podcast so much. Plus, what makes it even easier, you get your prescription all dialed in right on the website, bluechew.com. You consult with one of their medical providers, do it in no time flat. Boom. Promo code Stevo. An entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets are on the way to you. All you got to pay is $5 for shipping. Come on. And if you're wondering, are Blue Chew tablets a lot of fun? Let me confirm, they are a whole lot of fun. Whole lot more fun than jelly, that's for sure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Jackass, and let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Holmes, a.k.a. Jackass.
What's up?
Yeah, dude. It's been a long time that we've been waiting to get you on.
Yeah.
Your schedule has just been too busy to make it happen. We've been on tour. We finally got you. Here we are.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we're in Arlington, Texas, where you are going to be my opener tonight.
Super stoked on that. It's going to be fun.
I think we can safely say that of all the Jackass cast members, other than me, you've put the most effort into developing a comedy act.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's something I really...
Sorry, Rachel.
Yeah, no, Rachel, I was going to say...
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something I really want to do. You know, I want to, like... I'm just trying to transition more into comedy stuff in general than, like, even with skits and stuff, too. Not just, like, in comedic acting and not just, like, hurting myself, like, doing stuff.
Oh, yeah, weird.
Well, I'd say not only stand-up, but extracurricular filming, too. Zach stays pretty busy filming stunts and...
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that to you for years
Yeah.
now. Like, you know, we want to wrap some, like, crazy, gnarly stunt. Like, just kind of fill it out with some comedy.
Yeah.
I remember being really stoked when I think I flew you out to do the cactus stunt.
Yeah.
And I was like, you see Zach rolling into this cactus patch is super gnarly, but we're gonna make it like kind of funny by saying that, oh, Zach's gonna jump over the whole thing. We built a ramp that was just, it was stupid, but it was funny.
Yeah, no,
and you
so
measured
funny.
it. And you
Yeah. So, and I remember we got Tony Hawk Tony Hawk is the coolest dude, man. He's just down for whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, dude, I got this guy Zach you've never heard of, and he's gonna go crash into some cactus. Can you tell him, like, oh, dude, you're gonna air over it?
That's right. That was the first time you guys met when we flew him out to your house, right?
Yeah.
And you saw him from the firecracker video, the firecracker vest.
I saw him from the firecracker vest, and what was crazy was that when Zach blew himself up with the firecracker vest, he was wearing an XYZ hat, which was my first ever sponsor. And that was just a weird connection. I remember I saw the firecracker vest for the first time because Tommy Lee posted it.
Oh,
Tommy
really?
Lee from Motley Crue. So Tommy Lee, you know, it was how I saw you for the first time. And then and then we got you out there. But
How long had that video been out before Steve reached out to you?
I don't know. I don't think it was that long. It went pretty viral. Like right off the bat.
On Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram and YouTube at the time too. Yeah, it just... And I had been talking with Tommy from XYZ for a while before that, because he was just sending me merch to wear, like, in all the videos. It was pretty cool.
yeah, dude, super rad. It is very similar in that respect to how I got started. Was from Tommy sending me stuff from XYZ.
Yeah, I saw like some... So I saw this documentary, I think it's All This Mayhem or something, and they're talking about XYZ a lot. And then I saw a video of you talking about how, like, XYZ, like, helped you, like, start out. And then I was just like, shit, like, that's really cool. And, like, I didn't really think anything else of it. But then, like, one day they like, the XYZ page reshare one of my videos. And then they reached out, and then it was just...
So cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it becomes even more clear that, like, XYZ played a major role in both of us getting our start. So, I fly you out to do the cactus thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen my new book? And
I have not yet. I haven't got to... I've had a couple people tell me about it. I've had a few comments on Instagram saying how much they liked that part of the book.
yeah, I mean, I told you about it, right?
Yeah, you told me about it. I just haven't read it.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I got pretty graphic. I got pretty graphic about how here, you know, you were this crazy guy. I just had to meet you. You know, I set it up as the context being that in general, I've not been really supportive or, you know, not that I'm a hater, but like copycat stunt people, like just doesn't turn me on. You know, like there's not really been like a copycat crew that I got behind, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was you were the exception to the rule. And that was because what I saw you do was just so gnarly. It was so like, there was just something about it. I was like, I gotta meet this guy. So I fly you out. I send you into this fucking cactus. And then like almost as soon as you're out of the cactus with like hundreds, maybe thousands of cactus needles all over your body.
Yeah.
Then I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna get fucking staph infection. He's like the most unhealthy fucking guy. I extended your trip. I brought you to the fucking urgent care. So I'm like, dude, help this guy. And they weren't even concerned about the needles all over you. They were concerned about how sunburned you were.
I know.
But I was
From the
just like, oh
cactus
my.
shoot?
Yeah,
How
I
sunburned
was
you
like,
were?
I had like sun poisoning or something. They said they gave me like a steroid for my sunburn, and they were just like, yeah, the needles will come out with the antibiotics over time, and you'll just have to pull them out. Like, we can't do that. Like, we're not gonna pull them out.
Dude, I had like a team of fucking body waxers come over to the house and fucking like waxing his skin, hoping that the wax would pull out the fucking needles. Like I was starting to freak out. Like, and so we're driving home from the urgent care, and all of a sudden I'm just like, yo, dude, Zach, like, you know, you should start taking care of yourself, dude. You know, like I'm like you know, like, and then I take it like another step further. I'm like, dude, the whole world loves fucking transformation. They love like if you were to like get healthy, like lose weight, like the whole thing, then it would be like a whole other level of opportunity for you. You wouldn't be like in, you know, the narrow pool of people who want to see like dudes fuck themselves up. Like that would open you up to like Ellen DeGeneres style shit. Like, look at this guy, he changed himself. And I was like, let me fucking help you get healthy. Let's bring you out here. So we make this whole plan to fly Zach out and actually move him to California to try to help him get healthy. I buy him a fucking car, like a used car. We're driving off this fucking used car lot, and Zach's just blowing through red lights. And it turns out, oh my God, this kid's a fucking hardcore drug addict.
Why? Because he was running through red lights, or how did that come about?
It was like, I wasn't even really like high, like when I came. Like,
Dude, I'm fine, okay? I'm totally fine.
Also, I've not had a lot of driving experience at all. Like, just in general. Like, no one ever taught me how to fucking drive. Like growing up. That never fucking happened. So, I am a shitty driver. No question.
But how'd you pass the fucking...
I don't know. I did.
You passed, right?
Yeah, I passed in Indiana.
Wait, so...
I mean, dude, you were blowing through...
I was so nervous, driving you, too. Because I was like, I don't know, it was super, like, early, like...
It was like Mr. Magoo, dude. It was like Mr. Magoo. Like, you just go through red lights and there's a car, like, and...
How did the conversation come up to where, like, he was a bad driver to, like, bridging the gap of he's on drugs?
It became... That was, like, the first thing. Was, oh my God, like, what's going on with this kid? I did not see that was a fucking red light. You just blew right through it.
Steve's telling you you're a bad driver.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, however it became clear, it became really fucking clear. Like,
that what? He's on drugs?
That he was on drugs. That we had, and I remember thinking, because our buddy Tommy's a big recovery guy. Like, we're all in recovery. And when it came to our attention, oh, Zach's got a problem with drugs, then all of a sudden we thought, oh, well, we're way better suited to help him with that. So we, like, started trying to help you with that.
Yeah.
And that didn't go very well at first.
No, it didn't.
Because he picked up skateboarding.
Yeah, I started skating.
He started skating at the Sober Living.
I was really stoked on that. Yeah, I was skating, and then, like, I was, like, it was kind of cool. Just, like, I was, like, I was able to drop in. I was doing some other stuff. And then one of my friends was like, oh, you should do this roll and grind. But I can't, like, ollie. So, like, there's no way I was going to get off safely. He thought I would just be able to, like, somehow ride off of it. And I just ride down. And I fall, like, 2 times before. And he's like, just try one more time. And we try it. I go again, and I fall off weird, and I land like all my weight on my right leg, like falling backwards. Leg just snaps in half.
It was the gnarliest break ever. I hate seeing footage like that.
I'm so happy it was on video though. At least
Right. It was your leg.
Yeah, it was my leg. Tip fib
like
break. Yeah.
Tip fib?
Yeah.
Because both bones snapped.
Yeah, both. Like, and it wasn't even just like one little break. Like, it was like broke, then like under it broke. So it was like there was like a little middle piece. It was just there on each leg. I mean, on each bone, tip fib.
I remember feeling responsible for that shit too. I was just like, Jesus.
Well, that was definitely me.
And the thing was too that we like, you know, we put you in a sober living, like a halfway house, and we're paying for it. And it was like, okay, Zach, you know, like we're all about recovery. And like in hindsight, it was so silly. I'll tell you what's really silly is not capitalizing on the opportunity to make money from e-commerce, baby, like I do when I be slinging my autographed skateboards at steveo.com. You know how I sling these boards? Well, I use ShipStation. What's that? It's your e-commerce hub for all your shipping needs. Whether you're shipping from Etsy or Amazon, your own website, Shopify, you name it, all of it. It's all at ShipStation. And in one easy-to-use interface, it brings in all of your carriers, your United States Post Office, your UPS, FedEx. Plus, it gives you the best rates that you can get, rates that are normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. Plus, you're going to get that automatically. And what's even better, if you go to ShipStation.com, click the microphone in the top right-hand corner, plug in the promo code STEVO, you're off to the races with a 60-day free trial period. That's 60 days, 2 months of hassle-free, stress-free ShipStation, baby. And with this holiday shipstorm of e-commerce going on, man, ShipStation is saving the day for everybody like me who's killing it at e-commerce. So stop blowing it. If you got a New Year's resolution, let it be that you're going to start crushing it with e-commerce by going to ShipStation.com, click that microphone in the top right, plug in the promo code STEVO, and you are off to the races. It's time to make ship happen this year, baby. Now let's get back to it. To expect that we could just like push you into that, you know, like if I like in hindsight, if I think about it from Zach's perspective, it's like, oh, you know, like it's always been, you know, my dream to like be like, you know, a Jackass guy. Now I've got like the guy from Jackass. Like, of course you're gonna tell us everything that we want to hear, you know. Of course, it was like we were dangling a carrot, and you know, and of course you were gonna try to pretend that everything, but you just didn't have it in you at that time.
No, I wasn't like really ready, like to like get better, you know, at that time. But like looking back, like if that wouldn't have happened, like I probably wouldn't be sober right now. Like, 'cause I wouldn't even have known about that stuff or like how to even like fix that, you know.
Right. The seed was planted.
Yeah, it definitely helped me, like in the end. You know,
right. And then in my book, I talk about how, like, you know, you weren't ready, but then all of a sudden, like, sometime later, you just got it on your own. The seed had been planted, and then the seed, you know, the plant grew, and you were doing so great with everything. And then at a certain point, it became, well, I mean, then Jack, you were doing great when you filmed the movie.
Yeah, it was great during the movie. But then after, like, the movie was, like, done and everything, I started, like, I don't know, something, like, things just, like,
I know, you drifted away.
Yeah.
I remember telling you, I was like, dude, like, you know, we got to kind of stay involved in all of this stuff. And you were, like, just kind of gradually just drifting away and not paying attention to protecting your sobriety.
But, I mean, it's got to be tough being on a #1 hit movie. Like, how intoxicating was that for you, being on a red carpet, like... Whoa, everybody knows who I am now? I mean, did everybody know who you were beforehand? Or
I mean,
did the movie just...
somewhat, but, like, because I'm just somewhat, like, I'm sort of recognizable to begin with. But, I mean, the movie has helped so much, you know? Like, it's opened up so much for me.
I mean, dude, Zach was recognizable as fuck off the back of just the firecracker vest, and then the cactus video. I mean, dude, that cactus video got hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah.
Like that cactus video made you super recognizable.
Yeah, it did. That was like, that helped so fucking much.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy how that happened. And then, I mean, I don't know. Like, of course, the Jackass movie is a big deal too. But as far as it's got to be tough staying sober when you're in a #1 movie, I mean, dude, like, so it's like my guy always said to me, there's only one book. There's no special edition for special people.
Yeah,
You know,
you're not special.
Right, the disease of alcoholism and addiction does not discriminate, and neither does recovery.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's crazy. It's so after the movie happened, or after the movie came out, what happened?
I sort of just was in a bad spot and like didn't like, I wasn't like, I made like some other like show for like a little bit with Vinny.
That was the fail
Yeah, the
Army.
Fail Army thing. I did that. I did a few other things, you know. I ended up doing Shark Week. There was just like a bunch of things here and there, but like I didn't really like, I was just in a bad spot, like, because I was using, you know, I wasn't really like capitalizing on like, oh, I should be like striking while the iron's hot right now, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, everything just got sort of gnarly for me.
Yeah. Do you remember when we
I asked that.
pulled the intervention on you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember that.
You talked a pretty good game.
I was like,
We showed up at your crib, at your pad. like we showed up like practically moments before the eviction notice showed up. Like, and we were there waiting to ambush you when you got home from something or other. And we're like, hey, Zach, dude, like, you know, we're worried about you, and we want to offer for you to get, you know, to get help and make it completely free for you.
And you're like, no, I'm fine, dude.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Okay, like seriously, I'm fine. Like, he was kind of convincing for a...
I believed you.
that was cocaine.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when you're doing that and you can come up on somebody that's on drugs and they're like convincing, but like your spider's, it's like a weird thing because you're like, you sound convincing, but like everything in my gut is just being like, this fucking guy's lying, dude.
Dude, I say you talked a good game. It was.
Well, then I was like, okay, so you mean to tell us that like if we leave here, you don't have, if we go in your house right now, there's no drugs inside, and then when you totally looked away from us and you're like, yeah, you can totally do that, it's fine. I was like, all right, dude. It was just
Well, they weren't in the house; they were in my pocket.
You're like, so I wasn't lying.
Right, but you know, and there was just no getting through to you. That, dude, I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. It was like, okay, man, you know, and then to your credit, not too long after, you reached out and said, hey, man, is that offer still good? Mm-hmm. And man, that's awesome, dude. I'm super glad.
What made you call?
Well, I mean, like, after you guys showed up, like, it was, like, stuck in my head, like, maybe I really fucking do need to, like, go fucking, like, get this shit figured out, you know?
Turned out you needed it pretty bad.
Yeah, like, it was just, like, how long can I, you know, keep doing this for, you know? And,
well, how bad was it when we showed up?
Dude, it was bad.
It was pretty bad. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. It was really, really bad. And, dude, and it's so cool because I, you know, had some people who I know. There was one guy who had offered a scholarship to me for somebody, and I was like, man, this is the scholarship. That dude came through with like, I think it was like $60,000-$70,000 worth of free treatment. I mean, dude, that was,
Yeah.
and then continued to with aftercare. All I had to pay for was the detox.
I paid for the Uber.
Yeah, thanks, God.
I mean, medical detox is no joke either, dude. You know, like.
Did you detox pretty good?
I mean, it was fine. Yeah, I mean, like, it was good that I was. If I wouldn't have been able to go to the detox, it would have fucking sucked, like, so bad.
It was opiates.
Well, I mean, dude, if you
Yeah.
like no
Yeah.
no rehab is gonna take somebody in who's not been properly
Yeah.
medically detoxed.
Yeah.
Because then when you die in their care, they get sued.
yeah.
What for those kind of detoxes? It just depends on the drug of choice, and then they give you some sort of muscle relaxant for the week. And
Yeah,
what do they do?
It just like depends. Like mine was for opiates, benzos, and and cocaine and stuff like that. Yeah, so they.
That was like 3 days before you said you were fine.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Dude, I'm totally fine. Okay.
Just pale white.
Seriously,
yeah.
seriously, there's like literally nothing wrong.
Good.
I felt fine.
So you detoxed for like a week, and then you got right into the
Yeah,
treatment?
Then I did that stuff, and
Did you detox?
I was in yeah, I was in a detox. I don't know that I was like.
Was it like what do they call that? Medically induced detox? Or?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. I mean, the rehab I went had a detox in it, so it wasn't like I went to a detox and then a rehab. It was just all built into one place.
Because that's like if you're like a hardcore drinker, you want to detox somebody so they don't like convulse and like have a seizure.
Yeah.
And then for opiates, you don't want like the withdrawal process, and you don't want to.
I mean, it's a medical deal.
Yeah.
You know, like the detox we sent Zach to is basically like a hospital. There's doctors there, like me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like.
And so what's life like now after?
I mean, things are looking so much fucking better for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I have like the want and like the will. Like I don't know. I want to do shit. Like I want to like get out there and like make shit happen. You know. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like so much better like overall.
I mean, you've always had that.
Yeah,
You
but I
know,
mean, like,
you've always been motivated. You've always been wanting to be successful, and you've always been teachable. Like, so I think I see good things for you if you just. Like I've always said, if you make recovery your number one priority, your only
Yeah.
priority,
Yeah.
everything else will just come together. You
Yeah.
know, everything else doesn't even need. You just worry about being in recovery.
Yeah.
So tell us about the movie that you just did. Are you allowed to?
I don't even know if I can. It's like I can say some.
Big time movie star.
I can say
that's
so.
all.
It wasn't. I'm not even like a huge part in it. If I would have known about it earlier or had like a talent manager or something, I would have like, or like an agent, I would have auditioned for like a way bigger part. But it was about the '80s punk scene, so I was in the Bay Area just filming this. Being pretty much, that's why I have like face piercings right now and like stuff
yeah,
like
dude,
that.
I noticed that. I thought
Yeah.
that was just your deal.
No, I had a septum piercing too, but it fell out.
So you got face piercings for a movie role, and you're just stoked on you're rocking it.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Did you have a talking part?
I was like around like most of like the main characters, and there was some fight scenes and stuff.
That's
It was
cool. And
Nice.
then you got another project going on, but you can't really talk about it. So you got shit going down.
Yeah. Like I just did like a voice for a cartoon, and then like I'm gonna make a movie next year. I got cast in a couple other things too, so that's cool. I'm like trying to start acting more, and mainly like acting, doing stand up, writing, that kind of stuff.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
And so going back to when the movie came out,
Yeah.
like, were you crushing some beef?
No, dude.
You weren't?
I was not.
But now, like, you've got. Vinny told me that you're in a new relationship with like a really cool chick. Who's like super hot.
Yeah, I have a new girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Her name's Noelle. She does stand up and stuff too. Yeah.
She's is she a normie?
Yeah.
Okay, normie.
Yeah.
All right, well that's good, man.
Every person we've had on from the movie, I want to talk about the Silence of the Lambs bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how was that for you?
That was fucking terrifying.
There could not be a better jackass bit to test what your heart rate actually got to. And you gotta know there's no better way to test your heart rate than with the Whoop strap. Yeah, Whoop strap, the most sophisticated fitness device known to man in the history of the world. It tells you everything that's going on with your body, how much you're working out, how much you're resting, every stage of sleep. Like when you do work out, how much of that workout was spent in your high heart rate zone, like how many calories you're burning. I'm telling you, I love my whoop strap so much. And how many people have we heard on this podcast talk about how much they love it? I mean, dude, all of the fighters, all of the podcasters, everybody. It's amazing. And you should try it. Especially because now they've got the Whoop Band 4.0, which comes with the waterproof charger that slides right on. You never have to take it off. You just slide on your charger. If you accidentally get in the shower, no big deal because it's waterproof. And if you go to whoop.com and just do your thing, when you check out, you plug in the promo code Stevo, 15% off your membership. It's so killer, man. I mean, it's definitely worth a shot, and it's definitely at whoop.com. So get on there and find out what's going on with your body. Man, I wish Zach would have been wearing a Whoop band back then. But you know what? I've got some plans to do some pretty hellacious stuff myself with my Whoop band. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get insights into terror. But let's get back to it.
Yeah, it was scary. Like, because like
you're the only one who thought there was actually a rattlesnake there.
Yeah, I was. Well, because initially there was a rattlesnake in the room, but then they whatever the animal handler guy was took it out. You know, because Jeff was being so nice to me that day, and I should have known, that something was about to happen. And he was just being really nice and stuff. And then he's like, he's like, yeah, we need you to change your shirt. Cause I was wearing a black shirt or something. We need more color in the scene. So I go change my shirt, then I come in, and they shut the door on Poopies and I, and it just goes pitch black. It was fucking terrifying.
How long were you in there for?
I don't know. It felt like an eternity. But it was just, I guess it was probably a few minutes. But they're fucking with us, tasing us and stuff. And then before this all too, they're telling us what would happen if you got bit by a rattlesnake, and my anxiety is going through the roof just because I'm medical stuff is the one thing that'll make me have a fucking panic attack. And
heights.
And heights. Yeah, heights too. So they're telling us about how your heart will start racing and all this shit, and how you'll end up having a heart attack and dying if you don't get the antivenom soon enough. And I guess it was Knoxville or someone comes up to me and puts something out. It felt like something bit me. I have no clue what the fuck it was. And I'm thinking it's the snake because they had a maraca. They had maracas or some shit pretending to be the snake. And I started freaking the fuck out. And then I have no clue how to get the fuck out of this room. And then Knox is this is the only way out. He sort of pretends to break character. We need to get him out or whatever. He got bit. And then I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm dude, I got bit. What the fuck is, what is going to happen? I'm going to die. I'm not healthy. I'm not healthy. It's not going to, this is how I'm going to die or something. And then Knox is it's the only way to get out, and pushes me through the door because I was afraid to go in there. And there's just marbles and pots and pans and shit everywhere. I slipped my shoe.
Were you the one who climbed over the counter?
Yeah. There's a thing guard the camera people, and there's all this stuff on it to make sure you wouldn't go there, thumbtacks and mouse traps and shit. And I thought that because that stuff was on there, that was the way to go. And I just climbed over and fucking just cut myself up.
So if there was hell, that would be it, probably.
Yeah, that felt like one of the levels of hell.
Crazy, dude. And you were in there with Poopies.
Yeah, I was in there with Poopies.
How often are you in contact with Poopies these days?
Not a lot. We were talking about maybe making some YouTube stuff a few weeks ago, but I haven't talked to him since.
Yeah.
Definitely would like to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think I would be careful about having a sober crew with you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no matter what you're doing, it's either protecting your sobriety or it's endangering your sobriety.
Yeah.
And hanging out with Poopies, I think, might endanger.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Not that we can cut it out later, but hearing from Bam, is he okay? Is he in the hospital still?
He's out of the hospital.
He's out of the hospital.
That's good.
And he just tells me it was nervous. I actually have a text that I haven't read yet. Should I see what
yeah, because that I mean, to be put on a ventilator.
I can't believe I told him everyone was worried as fuck about you. You okay now? And he wrote, I can't believe I'm out and better. I was a dead man on Elvis' birthday.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Fuck! I didn't even think about the Elvis thing.
Why? What's?
No, I was just I didn't think it was
I don't think
Elvis's
anybody thought
No,
about
I
the
never
Elvis
thought
thing.
of that. I wouldn't even know what Elvis's birthday
I
is.
still don't know what it means.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, that's good.
like,
He's better. I mean, fuck, dude. What,
Yeah,
so
I
what-
mean, dude, I shouldn't say this, but I was like,
But maybe you
fucking-
shouldn't.
I was like, fuck, Bam, if don't fucking die and screw up my tour.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty. So you're doing stand up. We'll change the subject. You're doing stand up tonight.
yeah, I'm doing stand up tonight.
Are you nervous?
I always get a little nervous, but it's always fun to get up there when it starts. You start doing it.
How much time you got in you?
I don't know. I should probably just do like 10 minutes or something just to start it off.
I think 10 is good.
Yeah.
Are you still doing your better help joke?
Yes, I am. Kills always.
I love that joke.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I forget what podcast it was, but I was giving you praise for that.
Oh
joke.
no, I didn't. That's sick.
I think it might have been the Ari Shaffir podcast. I don't know, but or I don't know. Maybe it was one of the Jackass guys. But yeah, that joke is great.
Yeah, I love that one. That's a good one.
Do you want to give a special shout out to Howie Mandel and apologize for not calling him back?
Not really.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Whatever, you were supposed to call Howie.
No,
Mandel
he
back.
I did his podcast, and then it was just I ended up walking out. I was gonna leave. I don't know if you remember when because he pranked me or whatever, and then
I was on his
yeah.
podcast, and I pranked you.
Yeah, you pranked me on there, and then that was the first thing where I was like, God damn it, I fucking I was like, I hate Howie right now. And then he had me on his podcast, and then Knoxville calls in and does a similar thing, and gets mad at me for being
yeah?
and then I freaked the fuck out, and I was like, dude, I'm out of here, I'm fucking done, and I just walked out of the podcast, and then they coerced me to come back in, and I finished the podcast.
We didn't have to.
I didn't have to,
You
but
just, you
well,
caved.
Rachel is my ride, and we were on the podcast together, so I sort of had to go back in.
Was Rachel in on it too?
No, well, she Knoxville called and said we didn't get it cleared with Paramount to go on there and promote the movie, which I didn't actually even think about being a thing. But Rachel had already done that, but I had not. And then they turned it into this whole thing, it was a way bigger deal than it was.
So you fell for the same fucking shit I pulled on.
Yeah,
you.
again, yeah. It was just another Paramount thing.
Were you loaded?
No, I was not. I was sober.
All right. So you're gonna crush it tonight doing stand up.
Yes, I hope.
And then do you have any dates coming up after this?
I'm doing a show with Rachel and Matt on Sunday in LA, and then I think I'm doing one in Huntington Beach in January, and then there's probably going to be a bunch more. That stuff just randomly happens,
Right.
Cool.
And let's talk about your YouTube and stuff. You've had your channel deleted by YouTube because you put such gnarly stuff on there.
Yeah, but that's how it was initially. I had, I was just posting really gnarly stuff, and so because there was no comedy based around it at all. It was just gnarly shit, and it was just literally just dangerous activities, which is against YouTube policy. So. I ended up getting terminated a while back, and then
But then I built a channel for you.
yeah, and I have that one still. I've not been posting at all really recently. I was posting Vinny and I's podcast on there though, and we're gonna start that back up in January. And then I have some idea we talked before about video ideas for me, different things.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got you to pull out your notepad. We came up with a bunch of killer ideas, and you haven't made a single goddamn one of them.
I mean, I filmed the top the top 5 or top 10 worst injury thing. I just never put it up.
That's probably going to run into problems. With
yeah, it definitely is. That was the one reason I didn't want to put it
I
up.
filmed the one thing that
I
knew would be a
can't
problem. Now we made a good list for you.
Yeah.
What is your top? Well, I don't want to
I
ruin
was
it.
because, dude, can you yell at Zach about
Yell at
his
Zach.
website?
No,
I'm gonna take care of it.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
You called me with him on the phone, and I was like, Zach, I have your website. You remember? All you had to do is click accept.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do was just go. It was built.
We built
Yeah.
you a website.
I know.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. I was at that time, I was freaking out about I wasn't really freaking out, but I was I was just like not wanting, like, I don't know, I didn't want to do like stunt stuff as much, and I was like,
what does that have to do with the website?
Well, I mean, it does, though.
Website.
It does. That's that's what the website is.
We were telling you, Zach,
Yeah.
like, you're a principal cast member in a major theatrical movie release from Paramount Pictures, and it's time to get organized to take advantage of the opportunity that this is going to represent for you. And for this movie to come out and you to not have a website would be you'd be blowing it. You'd be blowing. You gotta be ready before the movie comes out. You gotta be ready. Have your website. You should have some merch ready to go. You should be like have a bunch of content lined up to just to keep the momentum going. And we got you covered, Zach. We got you a website. We bought you jackass.com. Like, we built it for you. We're ready to hand over the reins to you. All you gotta do is click accept.
Oh my god!
And now the movie came out a year ago. Zach says, "Dude, I'm gonna take care of it. Dude, I'm totally gonna do it. I'm gonna be on it. I'm all over that."
You have it, and all you gotta do is click accept.
Yeah,
we can get that taken care of. And then if you and Vinny are doing a podcast in January, you can house everything there and.
Yeah, I think that it's tough. Like when we started with the podcast, we were really careful to keep the podcast on a different channel than the main channel content, because I think that the algorithm really views like long ass podcasts where maybe retention falls off. Like we wanted to keep keep it separate, and I think that it's possible that you did a disservice to the YouTube channel by putting the podcast on your main YouTube channel. That doesn't mean that it's a wrap, no big deal. But every one of those ideas that you and I put on your pad, I mean, those will all perform really well.
Yeah, I know they will.
Yeah,
they definitely will.
Yeah, and it's only been like a year and a half since we did that.
What's the problem though? Like finding an editor to edit the videos for you, or but you don't? I don't think you want to. I mean, if you're the entertainer, you want to like not edit.
I literally will.
Well, I believe
I'm
you.
literally fine.
No, I believe that. I believe that.
No,
you
at the
will.
time though, I was not motivated to fucking do anything when all that stuff was going on. Like I literally wasn't. Like
when all what stuff was going on.
Like with like having like when you guys were giving me the website and all that stuff, I wasn't doing anything, and I was not like in the mental headspace to even make content.
Didn't we like get designs made for him for merch too?
Yeah.
Dude, we did everything for you.
I know.
No, I mean that just goes to show. But I think like just in general when like for filming your own stuff, like I think you should just focus on filming and sourcing out the editing. Just that way it's done for you. And I think what most people get lost in the weeds about is like it's like having it's when a CEO takes over business and he's doing everything. It's like I think you're in a place to where you can have an editor do this, you can have a filmer. You don't need to be all three.
Right. I think that what it is as well is that it's just daunting when it's on you to film it, to write it, to edit it. Like it's just such a mountain of work, where if you find the right editor, then that person can help facilitate the filming and and everything and just make it easier. It's kind of like with my girl, before I met my girl and I was just running around like being distracted and like wasting all this time chasing chicks around, there was a nightmare. And then like by stopping chasing chicks around, then I find a girl who actually helps me accomplish stuff. Come on.
In this case, Skinny Vinny can be your girl.
Vinny is
Vinny is a godsend, dude.
Vinny, get over here and steal this mic. Like, Vinny is, you guys...
What's up, dudes?
Yeah, have a seat. Can you fit next to Zach?
Yeah.
There you go, dude. Yeah. Now, tell us your relationship with Zach and how it started.
So we met, 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
In Sober Living.
Yeah.
I recognized who he was from the Cactus video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you asked me to be your filmer.
Yeah.
And I started filming for him for about a year.
Yep.
And then it was just like one thing after another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you know what I want to do? Can we bring in another mic for Vinny?
Yeah.
I'm stoked to have Vinny on here.
Well, can we talk about what we're doing while they're setting up, or do you want to just cut it? How are we going to explain? Oh, I guess we've already brought Brittany on.
We brought Vinny on.
We brought Vinny on. He's already done enough as it is. I love Vinny.
just giving Zach a fucking hard time. It's pretty funny though. Like all you had to do is click accept.
Yeah.
He's like, I know. This is too much.
I literally know.
I was on his ass for so long about that.
No. Here's the thing, because I remember, Steve, you called me up with him on speakerphone. You're like, hey, dude, can we build Vinny a website for the movie? I'm like, Steve, the website's already built. It's done. I've been trying to get you to like transfer ownership over it, and then you're like, I know. But here we are now. It's good though, because I think you can still do it.
Yeah.
It's still there.
You can totally still do it, dude. And it's been fine to talk about all this stuff just because it's not like on a timeline, right? Like,
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're tripping out about, or are you good?
No. It's all good.
All right. So where were you?
So we met almost 5 years ago.
Right. And then you started filming for him.
Yeah, I started filming for him, and the first video was the boxing glove bit.
Yeah, the RC
we
car
attached
thing.
a boxing glove to an RC car.
It was like one of those that go like
50 miles per hour.
Yeah, one of those ones.
And we went to Venice Beach, and the video did really well. And that was the first video I filmed for him. And I used to film videos back in the day.
And you used to do Andy Roy's podcast.
Yep, Rip Ride. Yep.
You were like set up kind of in a behind the camera, like producer capacity, editing, producing, and only with Zach did you get in front of the camera.
Yeah, the first time I got in front of the camera, he pranked me, and he like did an antique on me, and then we went to BAM's for that party, and I got recognized from that one video, and I was like, ooh, that felt really good.
Right.
So that's when I wanted to start making my own content.
Right, and I bring this up because when you started getting in front of the camera, then you and Zach together made this Fail Army show, and then you started doing the podcast together.
Yep.
Like you're a kid in a candy store. You love everything about it.
Every second of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Zach relapses, and then you're in this position where everything that you're really jazzed about is 100% hitched to Zach, and so you're in this like this crazy situation where you want to keep doing the in front of the camera stuff, but like you can't.
For sure. And when you told me after we had that intervention with him, you were like, dude, you got to stop filming with him. No more show, no more podcast. I was fucking pissed when you told me that, because I was like,
Pissed or bummed?
Bummed, super bummed.
Pissed at Steve?
No, not. Well,
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, so there was a little resentment towards
You
Steve.
normally get pissed when somebody tells the truth, you know? It's
For
like,
sure.
fuck.
And it made sense, but like, at first I was bummed because I was like, oh, dude, it's so easy for you to say that.
Right.
Like, just say no to a second season, a decent
Right.
paycheck, you
Right.
know? And then I talked to you about it, and I was like, fuck, dude, what do I do? And then when we had that conversation at the warehouse, it just made sense, you know what I mean? And I was bummed, but it was like, I have to, you know?
Right.
And so...
Well, there was a point when I forget which one of you guys posted it, but there was some podcast clip,
Yeah.
and Zach was so loaded on it, and it was
Yeah.
just like, and I was like, hey, yo, dude, like, what's up with this, dude? Like, and
You texted me right away.
yeah, I texted you right away, and Vinny says, oh, dude, yeah, man, like, Zach was loaded, man. We didn't put up that whole podcast. You know, I'm like, but what about this one clip? Was okay.
The funny thing was, dude, I just had a feeling you were gonna text me too, and I was like, and I was thinking about taking it down, and then you just beat me to the punch and texted me, and I was like, fuck it, I deleted it right away.
It was really
gnarly.
upsetting.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
super
Do you know what it's
upsetting.
talking about, Zach?
No, I'm not sure. It could have been so many instances.
Yeah.
Well, were you high on most of the podcasts?
I mean, after a while, yeah.
Yeah. How many podcasts did you guys do?
We had 25 episodes.
And you were high of 24 of them?
No,
Maybe.
no. See, it was like after the 10th episode is when I started realizing, okay, but it was more of me like giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like,
Sure. I mean, dude, it's crazy how us addicts are
Yeah.
the easiest fuckers to fool half the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I even think I brought it up to you once, and
Right.
I'm like, dude, I think Zach's getting loaded.
Why?
but, like,
What made you think that?
just like everything just starts
Because you
going
saw him
down.
take a handful of pills. Like,
No, everything It's like I've known Zach for like since sober living days, where he was struggling in the house a little bit, and then I knew him when he got sober and was doing great, and then I start to see shit decline, like personal hygiene, fucking just every single habit, But here I go again, just giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right, and when that one particularly disturbing clip went on your Instagram, that was before I was like, hey man, you can't fuck with Zach.
That was before, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so like, to put into perspective, like what you had become okay with was just not okay, you know?
For sure, yeah.
And I understand completely that you could be resentful and be like, yeah, hey man, it's easy for you to say that.
Yeah,
but
dude, I was upset, dude. I was upset for a few reasons. One, obviously, because my best bro is like, he's going downhill again, you know, and like I'm just like in the middle of it, and I'm seeing everything just fucking crash, and like everything that we're doing is just like declining, and then you're telling me, dude, you gotta fucking cut it out, and you can't fucking film with them anymore because you're enabling them.
Sure.
And like. That makes total sense now in hindsight, but in the moment I was just fucking.
Well, it's crazy because like one of the principles that we follow is like just trust God in all your affairs, and so like when you cut that out and that cut your finances significantly, right? And you were like, fuck, what do I do? But then wait, since but because that was like one of the biggest fears that you had was like, well, what am I gonna do for work?
For sure.
And then once you did do that, have you made more money without him or with?
I don't know that there was ever a lot of money coming in from the stuff that you were doing.
No,
with
but his major fear was like, fuck, my income is getting cut.
But Vinny's bread and butter has always been behind the camera.
I've made more money behind the camera than in front of the camera.
Without Zach?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Vinny's bread and butter. What Vinny's good at is working in a production capacity.
Yeah.
A producer, like, and dude, he like. He's such a valuable team member to us, and I got to tell you, man, it feels really good to have you on a mic on the
Fuck
podcast.
Yeah, I'm stoked,
dude.
Yeah. When we had that conversation after he went into this sober living or the rehab, and you were like, dude, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You're like, I know you got that show and you got that little tiny taste of fame, and if anybody's addicted to fame, it's me. But like, dude, you're valuable behind the camera. And I like thought about that for so long, and like. Besides Zach, dude, we don't have many people to film with, you know, like close bros, you know, so it's like, I went back to the production side of things, and I've been fucking, the past like 6 months have been killer, yeah.
Yeah, and to be clear, too, I never said give up on your dream.
No, for sure. No.
I said by all means, pursue everything, do everything, but just recognize, like, what it's going to... like what's going to pay the bills, you know? Like, the more you can do behind the camera to get your bills paid, then the more opportunity you have to pursue the ultimate dream, whatever you want that to be.
Yeah, and that's what I've been looking at.
I'm never going to tell anybody not to.
No, you said it word for word. You're like, I will never tell you to stop chasing your dream. You said that. Yeah,
for sure. And dude, and I love it, man. And like, it's just really, really rad, like how you've been solid in your program. You know, like recovery, like.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, you said it first, dude. It's like, you have to put it first or else everything just shits the bed. And
100%.
I totally recognize that. And if I lose that, I lose all this, you know, and that's the last thing that I want to fucking lose, you know.
Were you pissed at Vinny for having the intervention on you?
Not really. I mean, I understood.
Yeah.
That was such a heavy day, dude.
Did you guys have a conversation about like, hey man, I gotta fucking not do season 2 of Fail Army. We can't do the podcast anymore.
No, it kind of fell through on its own. Just like
because Zach spoke up and said, hey, I want help.
Well, that too, yeah.
Well, I mean, that wasn't why we're not doing that. Like, I mean, like that stuff just isn't happening because a lot of things changed over there as a company.
Yeah.
But you know, that would probably still be on the table if that stuff didn't happen. But
yeah. It was like the podcast and the show were like the only things that I had going on, you know. And then once the podcast was done, and even though the podcast wasn't doing great, and we were still so new, for only having 25 episodes, we were doing pretty good, you know. And like, I just love the whole production and creativeness behind it, and podcasts are my thing. So it was like,
watch your head. What the hell was that?
It was dope being able to do that. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. The TV was coming out. I didn't mean to cut you off. So you guys have so it's safe to say that the podcast is going to come back in January.
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah. Did you guys have Chris Markovich on?
We did, yeah.
How was that?
It was rad, dude. Yeah, I grew up watching him skate, so it was super rad. We had him on Rip Ride back a couple years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, Chris Markovich was a hero to me, dude.
Yeah.
You guys still keep in touch with Andy?
Nah, he unfollowed me. for some reason.
What?
Yeah.
Andy Roy?
I think it's because I'm still homies with Priya. I think that's
okay.
why. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens.
All right,
I
man.
guess,
Well, so you guys, Vinny's killing it. Zach's fucking fired up and ready to go. He's gonna click accept any month now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you got a good guy here to help you fucking get shit popping, dude. You guys make a great team.
Yeah, it's hard to get him. When he was going through all that shit, it was like tough being able to be like, all right, dude, this is the shit that you need to do. Like, I'm here. Like, I have all this equipment in our fucking office. Like, I'll edit, I'll do everything. But it was just hard because he was just going through shit. And
Now he's a new man. Look at him.
maybe I'll get
He's
him
ready to
accept.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Are you gonna revamp the firecracker vest?
No, dude, how badly injured did you?
It was like 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again.
You're not gonna do boxer
There's like
shorts?
no reason for me to do that unless like I was getting like, and there's like the risk and reward isn't like enough for me to do that on my own accord, you know.
Yeah.
Like
What's
if
your
I was getting paid like a lot of money, I would do it again.
Really?
But not right. I wouldn't. Do that.
How much would you do it for right now? If I give you 10 grand, would you do it?
I don't know about 10 grand.
20?
I don't.
Yeah. What's your specialty? Because like Steve's is like jumping off of heights in the shallow pools. Knoxville's is bowls. Yours would be.
I don't know. I think it's just funny seeing me try anything that a bigger person wouldn't do.
That's cool.
You know. So there's a lot of
Like fit into a wetsuit that you guys have.
You've lost a bunch of weight.
yeah, I have.
How much weight have you lost?
Like 100 pounds since the movie. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember like through the course of the movie, like you got bigger and bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
and it was like,
It was alarming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like considering like being that big and you're just like, oh yeah, dude, like that was cocaine and downers.
Yeah.
Just Speedball City at like fucking 400 pounds.
Yeah, no, it was like 460. Actually.
460?
Yeah, that's what it was at.
460.
Jesus,
Yeah.
you were speedballing your ass off at 460
Yeah, that's
pounds.
like if you're like, you have to choose one, like drugs or being fat. You can't choose both, you know.
Wow. And so you've been working out and you're slimming down.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot more work to do, obviously, but you know, I'm definitely eating healthier and working out. Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, when you were in that sober living way back in the day when we first moved you out here,
Yeah.
like
When you put him in the wetsuit and did the workout video.
but there was like, okay, Zach, dude, you're gonna be like, you know, in a food program or something, and they were like, dude, yo, Zach's bedroom is just a mountain of candy wrappers. Like it was a mountain of candy wrappers.
What's your go-to candy?
I don't. Like Reese's cups, probably, or
Yeah,
or
Steve, that's yours too. Reese's.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! And by the way, I'm off the rails again.
Yeah.
Off the rails. Why? What are you
rails,
eating?
Dude.
I've been pretty gnarly, dude. Like,
Yeah, me too.
dude, food's the toughest one, man.
Yeah,
Food-
I mean, you
food-
have to eat, so you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
But it's just like picking the right things.
Right.
It's so crazy, man. Like, I'm a pendulum with my food, man. It's gnarly.
But dude, I came in here, you had your shirt off, and I'm like, bro, how are you still ripped? Like you're still skinny. Dude. I don't get it.
I don't know about ripped, and I only just like went out.
right.
You know, like I'm only like a couple weeks into.
The only thing I can think about is how you've always maintained being so skinny is that trial drugs they did on you to like keep pigs lean muscle. Like,
What?
like that's got to be the reason why you're so lean. Because I've seen you eat, and it's like I've never seen anything like it before. When you're eating, it's like you're having 3 brownies with ice cream, and you're fucking eating a whole pizza. It's like I can eat the same thing, gain 50 pounds. You just stay thin, and I think that medical shit that you experimented with worked.
When I was 19 years old, I did an experimental medical study for drugs for pigs and cows.
That's
And the purpose was to like make pigs lean,
Yeah.
lean muscle.
All right, here let's
You know
get
what I'm
back
talking
on
about.
track here, and let's come up with a game plan. Let's click accept. Let's get you your website going.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
if you see Zach on the street, you're gonna ask him if he has his website. He's gonna say, "Hell yeah, I do."
Okay.
Yeah. Well, dude, I love you. I'm glad you're in a good place.
Yeah.
How's Instagram? Is it you're still cranking on there?
Yeah, I mean,
jackass and Instagram. We got you that too.
Yeah.
What the fuck was your stupid Instagram handle before I got Instagram
was like
changed?
TSTD Trill.
it was like Trill, like TSTD or something.
Underscore like
Yeah.
348 hyphen.
Yeah, some like stupid shit. But yeah, Instagram's cool. It's going well. I need to keep posting more, but like it's kind of cool. You can make money from reels now, which is pretty sick, and you can it's pretty good. So I definitely need to do that.
Cool, man.
Take advantage of all
I don't
that
think I
stuff.
make money off reels on Instagram.
But yeah, you can there's a couple different there's a couple different ways to monetize on Instagram now, and it's like I'm definitely taking advantage of that now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I know
All right.
Vinny's dying to plug his Instagram too. Where you
Get on
Oh,
it,
dude,
dude.
at Skinny Vinny.
At Skinny
Yeah,
Vinny.
dude, that's it. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Vinny's a huge asset to the team. And just stay lazy because we want to keep him to ourselves. Yeah. All right, dude. I love you, Zach.
Love you guys too.
Sweet, love you,
Thanks.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Is Zach not the most endearing, lovable guy? I mean, come on. You know what you should do is check out his YouTube channel. We're going to link the YouTube channel. And Zach, you know what? While you're sleeping tonight on the bus, I'm not going to fucking jelly my dick into your face. That's for fucking... Yeah, dude. Thanks, everybody.